Yes, boys, welcome back. Wolves versus Chelsea in 40 minutes time. I'm gassed, I'm excited. We've seen the lineup, we've seen who's starting, who's not starting, and who's on the bench for today. Obviously some heartache that we're suffering after that exit in the Carabao Cup to Arsenal. But, I mean, that's part and parcel of the job, right? I mean, these guys can't be in their feelings, they need to react right now. For myself, you guys, I think February is such an important month because this is like the perfect month to collect as many easy wins, and I stress easy wins, as possible to ensure that we start March in the best possible fashion. Because, bro, the fixtures we have, the end of the season is going to be an absolute movie. It's going to be, yeah, it's the most crucial part of the season. We play every difficult team. Yeah, all the knockout games in the Champions League, FA Cup, everything's coming and everything's condensed in like the last 3 months of the season. It's absolutely mad. So games like Wolves, who are likely to be relegated today, you can't be wasting these opportunities and doing nothing with them, in my opinion. We have to get the points today. We need to ensure that we get the W. And you know what I mean? I want to see goals today. Yeah. Normally, when we play against Wolves, you're guaranteed entertainment, you're guaranteed goals. I need to see guys getting on and doing their thing. But anyway, it's great to see some of you guys here right now. Let me put the chat on screen for you guys at the moment. What you guys are saying. Yes, liars. Okay, you guys are discussing links, yeah? Camel Live. Is that the new link? Camel Live.
In this video, I'm going to be showing you.
Let me know. I've got my link. You guys know that I like to give you guys the link for the game, so you guys are like, you know, you're secure, you got options. It's annoying that 3 p.m. kickoffs always mean that you can't watch nothing on Sky or TV or whatever. It is what it is. But if you guys got any good links that you want to share around with us, obviously, yeah, let me know and I'll kind of broadcast that, you know what I mean? What you guys were saying. Andre, don't worry, we'll catch him in the Prem. Okay, exactly. 1st of March against Arsenal. If there was listen, if you wanted to really start March off in the most confident manner, we need to get a W over Arsenal. It can't be 10 games, no wins against Arsenal. If you want to get revenge, yeah, Rosenio, this is like your 3rd time to kind of master your approach against Arsenal. We kind of attacked them in the first leg without our star guys in the team. Second leg, we played a completely different tactical type of game. 3rd leg, I'm calling it the 3rd leg, but the 4th time we meet these guys this season, it's got to end in a W, man. I feel like us beating Arsenal could give us such a massive psychological type of edge in the future, especially going into all these difficult games. So let's see what happens, man. Peter, Arsenal should not be living in your mind rent-free. They are pure banter and that will never change. Yeah, let's hope, man. I feel like if they win the league, though, I don't think they're maintaining this form next season. I don't think they have it in them, realistically, for that to be a thing. Andre again, be careful of Camel. There are racists and weird chats there. Okay, alright, cool. Maybe completely ignore that one. I mean, listen, I never understood guys who get involved in the free chat on these sites. Come on, man. Use your time a bit better, please. You can't be just watch the game for God's sake. Why are you now interacting and diverting your attention away to being on some dumb chats? Don't make no sense to me. Hatton, going to the bridge for the first time on Tuesday. Okay, sick. You got any tips for bars to go to before the match? There was a pub that I would always go to, with my dad and friends and stuff like that. It's a mad name. It's a mad name. I hope I'm not gonna get checked by YouTube for saying it, but there's a pub, obviously, that sells drinks and other things as well, other than beer, called the Cock Tavern. Which, yeah, I know, it sounds mad. It's called the Cock Tavern. Yeah, please, I'm not going to repeat that again. I should have just written that down, to be fair with you. But anyway, yeah, that's normally a good place to go to. We've got a few other options nearby as well. I'm trying to remember some of their names off by heart. There's that bait one. What's that bait one called again? Literally by the station, by Fulham Broadway. Bro, it's been a minute. I've not been going to games as frequently as I used to now that I'm doing the channel. But for a good 20 plus years, man, home and away, season ticket holder going with my dad and everything like that. Very, very active. I like to think at some point, God willing, if the channel can get to a point where I can maybe hire some people and then outsource most of this stuff, bro, I'd love to be going back to the games again, knowing that everything's being run for without my involvement. That's like the goal to get to, but it's not easy and it's expensive. So let's see, man. Yeah, if you guys got any other suggestions too, obviously let me know. And obviously good luck, man. I think you'll have a good time going on Tuesday. You know what I mean? There's lots of good places to eat as well nearby. If you've not had Nando's before, if it's your first time, is it your first time in the UK? Is it? Or is it just your first time going to the game? Let me know. Andre, because the chat's shown on the screen. Okay, that makes sense. Butcher's Hook. Diamonds. Thoughts on Kavuma McQueen? Think we see him get minutes this season with Giddens' injury? I mean, potentially. I know there's lots of hope around himself, lots of hope around Jesse Derry. I mean, to be fair, man, I don't think we're the type of club that would kind of promote youth like that. But let's see. I mean, Resenio, whilst being at Strasbourg, did kind of blood a lot of talents from their academy, or gave a lot of opportunities during training sessions. So let's see if that's something he continues here. But I know I look at guys like Kavuma McQueen, Jesse Derry. For me, if this was like the old ownership, guys like this at 17 are getting their first loan moves, and we're thinking about getting these guys adults football straight away. You know, at the time when they forced all these changes with the academy, unnecessarily, in my opinion, when you got Jim Fraser and all these lot, and Neil Bath running things, creating the infrastructure you've taken over, a very successful one, so successful that you are funding, multi-million transfer sprees from the backs of academy grad sales, because they weren't bringing in 5 mil a piece. These lot were bringing 30, 40, 50, 60, What is the new ownership doing to ensure that pipeline's there? Because I'm not seeing it. I feel like our academy does seem like it's kind of discarded a little bit. You know, when it comes to giving loan spots, like to Strasbourg, we prefer to buy other players instead of promote what we have. And and it's quite clear that a lot of times it doesn't work. I mean, you know what? I think about the stories where we tried to go for youth talents and it never went through. So it was that, I think it was Gabriel from Corinthians who went to Paris Saint-Germain. The infamous one being Pedro Lima. We were set to sign him. He rejected us last minute to go to Wolves. At the moment, he's been loaned out to FC Porto's B team. So it seems like he's getting ready to make the move to Portugal soon, and was nowhere near ready to be playing for Wolves. And it was mad because our plan for Pedro Lima at the time was to buy him and loan him straight to Strasbourg. So that kind of communicates to me that there was belief that this guy was good enough already to feature for their first team. But now, as the 2 years have gone by, he's still not even ready to be like a proper first team player in Europe. And it just makes me think, what about the talents we got, man? Genesis Antwi. I think this guy is absolutely clear. And it's kind of crazy to me that where's the loan spell for him? Why is he not getting the Strasbourg loan? This is a kid, I feel, every time he's come on the little like pitiful minutes he's got, he's impacted the game, he's made things happen. He's part of that pipeline of right back talents coming out from this football club. But then the Antwi isn't the one getting the Strasbourg loan. Instead, it's going to the youth targets, that, you know, the Pedro Limas and co, where most times these guys aren't even ready. We've even seen us buy guys from Southampton to create opportunities there at Strasbourg. I'm just a bit baffled why Cobham's Best aren't allowed to use Strasbourg as a finishing school to potentially come back and be ready. You know, we've sold guys like Castledine, Atto Amper. I feel like we kind of saw them for peanuts. Yes, they got the sell-on clause, whatever. But a part of me feels like if this was the old ownership, there would have been a lot more care around the loan spells. You know, someone like a Leo Castledine, similar to Conor Gallagher, if you guys remember. You know, he went to League One. I think it was... Shit, who did he play for? It was Charlton first, right? If I can remember. And then halfway during that season, he then went to Swansea. And then after that acceleration, he was ready for Crystal Palace the year after. You know, we've seen Castledine do massive things for Huddersfield. instead of the club maybe finding that championship club now to be like, you know what, we think you're too good for this level, you're going to get the next loan move to Middlesbrough, whatever. Instead, they thought it was better to sell him, because for me, it's a case of time, right? Like, if you're doing all this transfer meddling and buying of the players and selling and all of that, is the academy guys going to get the same level of attention in regards to that career plan? For you, it's a win going through the plan B option of sell them on and just include a big sell-on clause in hopes that you can get an extra 5 mil or 20 mil in the future or something. Fair enough. But a part of me feels like if there was a bit more care around these guys, you know, a Castle Dan easily could have been kept still, got that championship loan. If he smacks it after another season, then you can think, okay, do we loan him out to a Prem team, or could we make some serious money of this guy? Like, I'd rather go through that route, to be fair with you guys. So I don't know, man. I'm giving you guys like a long-winded answer, as I tend to do, but it just makes me feel like, I mean, ultimately the point I'm trying to get to is, what hopes do I have for your Kavuma McQueens and Jesse Derrys and co? Like, are we going to give these guys the best possible type of loans? You know, is their career path going to be valued the same as the investments that we buy? Will it be valued the same way? I like to think so, because we got some super talents. I really like this generation of talent that we're producing. I think they're some of the better ones to come out since your Reece Jameses and Mounts and Coes. I think there's some real proper talents right here. I'm looking at Miyuka, Antwi, Jesse Derry. I mean, the midfield options we got coming through are looking mad. The centre-back options, we have, you know, a Rabaj. We got some real proper talents, yeah? And it's like, for me, one of the better generations we've had over the last 5 years. I'm hoping that when it comes to that pipeline, we're going to do something good for them, because I feel like if you look after that generation in particular well, not only could you be getting certain guys for the first team, but at least you're guaranteed to make big money, right? I mean, think about it like this. If Blue Co had like your, you know, Brogers and stuff like that, would Broger have got the 20 mil we got for him in the end, and all these loan and all the money from loan moves afterwards? No. Broger got to that point because at 17 years old, we loaned him out to Vitesse, like we did for guys like Dominic Solanke. Mason Mount went at like 17, 18. It was an amazing pipeline to have, that Vitesse Arnhem link, because for the top talents at 17, whatever, Musondas, whatever, they could get a loan spell straight away, access to minutes. And is it any surprise that all the guys that got that early exposure ended up being sold for big money? And for me, big money is anything over 10 million. Yeah, that's big money to get for your academy. What's that loan move going to be like from Makuva McQueen, Jesse Derry, all these lot, you know? I need to see what's going to happen, but I don't know, man. I don't know. To think that guys like Brogers, and I'll be honest, there were certain guys I wasn't even expecting. Even Conor Gallagher, yes, I know he was good, but I didn't see him as like the prime midfield player at Cobham at the time. But again, when you have that career plan, that early exposure to the right clubs, it definitely leveled this guy's game up dramatically. And now he's like one of the, you know, you can say he's like a top 6 European class midfield player, which is quite a lot, considering, again, back when I was young, when he was still in the academy, I never would have guessed this would have been Gallagher's career path. It was the same thing for Trevor Chalobah. When these guys started breaking through, and your Mark Gaze and co, when these sorts started breaking through, it actually educated me and told me, rah, we actually produce a much higher caliber of player than I even realized. Like, the level we've produced all round is even deeper than I thought, yeah? And this new ownership has profited from that, but are they going to create those same pathways for the new gen under their possession right now? That's the question that I really want to see, because I don't want to, again, bro, how the hell is Miyuka, for example? You know, he's got 25 goals plus already. If this is the old ownership, and when I say old ownership, don't think of Roman, think of Bath, Fraser, yeah, the loan managers, etc., etc. He would have got the move to the championship patterned already. He'd be playing right now, but instead he's stuck here. And I know guys will be like, oh, but we're competing for X, Y, Z, but I don't really care, to be honest with you. You know, when Clear Lake decided to revamp the academy structure for zero reason, there was this whole point they were making about how we were kind of underperforming, but not winning as much silver and titles. But it was so obvious why that wasn't the case, because when you had your guys like Liv Romento and co, we didn't loan them out when they were fucking 19 years old, or wait for them to turn 20. The moment they were 17, we were like, it's better for these guys to get first team exposure right now. Getting the trophies is a bit of a bonus if you have like an incredible generation altogether, but we'd rather do right by the players compared to making the club CV look better than it is. Like when Man City won all those recent academy stuff, bro, they had guys who were like 19, 20, 18 years old. I mean, so what? It doesn't mean anything. And I don't know, man. You know, I'll always think that these guys eschewed too much and they could handle. They didn't have to like change everything at the football club. I think it was a bit disgraceful, to be fair. It's not like these guys had like 20 years plus experience of the game or 10 years plus experience to force all of this. We'll have to see, but I still feel like the academy right now is a bit of a coin flip in my opinion in regards to, you know, what this club's going to do with the talents we have. Because if they mess this up, yeah, I know for the fans who aren't invested, they'll be like, oh, well, they were never good enough to begin with. But it really will come down to the lack of pathways, yeah? You know, you lost out on the top guys, Engelhomer. I think it's insane that Engelhomer's not here with us and Liverpool came. They've already lost out on a bit. All these failed moves, your Gabriel Mix, Pedro Limas, your Noosas at the time. Remember Noosa? But we tried to back him final days of the window. Who was that Brazilian guy as well? We were trying to sign from Corinthians. You know, there's so many examples of players that we tried to bag that we didn't get, who they haven't like necessarily taken over the game at the moment, right? So there could have been a lot more like casualties and this and that. Even guys like Mark Yu as well. I don't know what his future's going to be like long term, but there's no way that Mark Yu is better than Miyuka. I think Miyuka's just clearly the better player. But because he was bought and needs the investment, there's more care for him than Miyuka. I don't know. But again, I feel like I've kind of discussed this a bit now. So I don't know. If you guys have any thoughts and opinions on the debate, obviously let me know. But in regards to Derry and Kavuma McQueen, I'd like to think there'll be opportunities if they come. But honestly, I don't know what to tell you. You know, I know Gittins is out, but we still got Neto. We still got Esteval, Palmer. We got the fullbacks that could probably be forced there if anything bad happened. But we'd have to see. J Rose, Nini, looking forward to the game and stream. Yeah, I say, man. I mean, hopefully we're getting the W today. No excuses. AJ Cole, the website is coming along well. I'm just waiting for the advertising to be created so I can like properly promote it. So that's like the final detail. Hopefully that gets done quickly. Swag, Nini needs to have more energy in his videos like Matisse. That's why he gets significantly less viewers. Energy in terms of what, bro? Like, obviously I respect Matisse, but obviously we're different type of people. Obviously I like to talk about the game and that. You know, I'm not gonna like listen. If I feel something, I have the energy. If not, calm. But I get what you're saying. But listen, big up to Matisse for doing his thing and being true to himself. I think ultimately that's what this content creation is all about, right? You got to be true to yourself and, you know, create the lanes that you want to create. Mazen, big up Nini. Looking forward to a routine 3 points. I hope so, man. I hope so. I hope it's gonna be routine. Andre, no, I'm not feeling insecure by what he said. I think it's you know, fair point. Obviously, there's a bit of care there if he's saying, yo, Nini, like, you know, I want to see you getting the views too, whatever. Obviously, I respect that. I mean, I could go into the details. Obviously, there's a little bit of differences with my audiences and other people's audiences, but ultimately, man, for life, you just got to be true to yourself. You know, that's all people really respond to at the end of the day. If you started seeing me like acting up and just moving like mad all of a sudden and performing like crazy, you'd be like, look at this like fake uncle over here right now, you know? Get this fake guy over here. What's he got energy for? Like, bro, you're not gonna like, you know, I'm just too measured for that. I prefer being measured. I just feel like it's more interesting, man. You know, I can't be like, listen, when I was younger, I'm not gonna act like I'm some sensei that talks about the game at some elevated level as if I'm some don of a guy, some football gods. Absolutely not. You know, a lot of times, man, I when I was younger, I was having those like same football discussions, that type of bait talk. This player's this, that player's that. You know, standing this guy, not standing the other. But I guess through just sheer exposure, I mean, at Stamford Bridge, I'd sit in the East Stand. Perfect view of the whole game. Naturally, with more exposure, you're reading more things, more articles, more books, watching more games. Like for me, your understanding of the game just kind of changes a little bit. So I can't get to a point where, like, for example, you know, I'm seeing all these discussions on Garnacho. Oh, is Garnacho not living up to the goods? Is his career failing again? I'm just thinking, hold on, take a touch, man. Just relax a little bit. Like, this is such a forced conversation based on like a few banner accounts on social media. This isn't even like a proper talk, considering that the minutes he's had over the last 10 games. And comparing his form to the other wingers as if they're outperforming him by a mile. It's like, if I was fake like that, I could then get involved in that type of chat. Oh, Garnacho is this. He should never have come. He's blah, blah, blah. But, bro, it's just not that. It's just not interesting for me, that type of football talk, if I'm being honest with you. I don't get nothing from it. It's just like, I guess I like the entertaining ball talk at times. Like, it's funny. You know what I mean? I'm not going to just do tactics 24/7. You know what I mean? But I can't, you know, if I'm making content too now, for me, it just doesn't it doesn't scratch anything in my brain, to be honest with you. I just get nothing from it, to be fair. But moving on, let me answer some of your questions, man. I feel like I'm just kind of talking quite a bit right now, not really answering most of these questions. We've got around like 18 minutes before the game starts. Give me a set, lads. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, that's better now. That's better, mate. What you guys saying? Louvel and Nini, you wanted to get in shape for the wedding and wanted us to help you. Why don't you do like 5 push-ups for every goal that we can do it, bro? That's 5 push-ups is easy, but you wouldn't even see me do it. So that would be funny. As like a punishment, maybe. Like if my prediction's wrong, then yeah, maybe. Maybe that's something to think about for next time. Surly, Nini is like the sporting director of content creators, always seems calm. Like, I'm calm, I'm measured. I'm a measured type of guy, but I'm not like, I don't feel like I'm too positive. I don't feel like I'm too negative. But if I do see times where maybe it is more positive, then I will be positive. If I think something's really negative, then I am going to focus on the negative part. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to just like spam the same agenda. I know that's like quite popular to do, just like spamming an agenda that you have 24/7. And for me, I don't know why certain guys like hearing the same thing from every video they see from content creators. I just feel like, I mean, I understand that for most people that use online platforms, you like that little bit of validation. Whatever talk you're having with your boys in your WhatsApp chats or in school or whatever, if you're hearing your content creator back whatever that you're saying, calm. It scratches something for you. But for me, I'm just different. I can't hear, if I've already heard it, I can't hear it 5 more times, 10 more times. Because I think the mistake that happens when you kind of spam an agenda is that you then force everything around it. It's like you create this black hole where anytime a negative happens or something doesn't go right, you know, it always spirals into the agenda that you're coming with. And most times that agenda contextually, like it doesn't encapsulate everything, in my opinion. It just don't work like that, you know. Piero, bro, you said what I was thinking. If I saw you suddenly doing all that, I would 100% tune out. Exactly. Like, bro, I respect the audience I have here. As I keep saying, I feel like we're quite like-minded guys. A lot of times when I'm out and about, if I'm getting my trim, if I'm in London, everywhere I've been, actually, there's always been someone who notices me from the channel. I have a little bit of a talk. When I'm talking to guys, I'm like, okay, we kind of see things similar a little bit. So I'm proud to have like an audience of like-minded guys who, not acting like we're, you know, egotistical and too smart for board discussion. Absolutely not. But we just like a little bit of depth, because it's just like, you know what, we've all kind of clocked certain things, got the basics. Let's have that conversation past the surface. You know what I mean? Let's have the conversation on here now, because that's just more interesting in my opinion. FMW fee for Nini. How is Neto magically fit to start today? That surprised me. I wasn't expecting to see Neto start today, but I get it's against Wolves. I think he likes playing against Wolves. He performs against them. I don't think Neto's been awful under Resenio. I've actually noticed Neto kind of being a bit more ambitious with his dribbling. So is that something that Resenio was encouraging from the wingers a bit more? Let's see. But he's been quite decent against Wolves. So I'm not mad about that, because otherwise it's like, what, it's either Garnacho or it's Neto, realistically. Bro, can you share a live link streaming? Yes. I've got the link as always. 5 minutes before the game starts, I'll send you guys the link to give you guys some time to tune in. How old am I? You guys guess how old you think I am. I'll let you guys take a guess. Okay, what's your thoughts on the lineup? I'll discuss that later on. Stamford Bridge, Matisse performing for 20 minutes gets across what Nini will have to say in 3 sentences. I'll take Nini. Listen, I very much like Matisse, respect what he's doing. Back before we even started the YouTube stuff, when he used to feature on the channel a bit, I kept saying, listen, man, I just feel like you're going to be a big success when you eventually want to delve into this. And I think he's kind of proven that. So, yeah, credit to him, Credit to him. Mawanza, yo Nini, Wagwan bruv, you good, keep up with the content creation brother, and any advice for someone wanting to move to London long term, what are the pros and cons? Oh, that's such an interesting one. London pros and cons. Now, if you're abroad and you feel like you're gonna get stabbed up every like 5 steps you take in the city, it's absolute cap. It's not as dangerous as that at all. That is such like a long one for me to get into, bro, to be fair with you. But I think there's a lot of good parts of London. It is quite expensive, though, I have to say. Rent, food has gone up, travel expenses, cabs. I mean, yeah, it's a bit mad in regards to things not being worth the money, in my opinion. But yeah, it's gone downhill a little bit economically, I would say. I'll be honest with you. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of numbers. All right, I'm seeing some numbers that are correct. Some numbers are absolutely wrong. Do you think I look 38 years old, bro, or 36? Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. Do you think I look... Some people think I look like I'm like 25 or 26. I don't know if I really see that, but I'll take it. If you guys want to know what my skincare is, I'm always getting compliments for that. Bro, I don't even have a skincare regime. I just use shea butter. Like, if you got that raw shea butter straight from Ghana, that's all you need, man. Yeah, I'm seeing a few numbers. All right. I'm seeing some guys I've got the number right, though. But do I bait it out? Or do I let you guys keep on guessing? All right, Llewellyn, Nini, do you think with how football is played nowadays, do you think maybe playing old-fashioned tactics will flourish? I was actually thinking about that a little bit, Like against Arsenal, part of me was like, I'm seeing Joao Pedro doing some great things against Gabriel and Saliba, and he's not allowed to have a partner in crime to play with. It felt like a missed opportunity. When I was seeing Gabriel and Saliba getting dragged out, if you had a striker making runs in behind them getting dragged out, that could have caused these guys a lot of issues. Defenders like that, they're not really up against 2 strikers at a time. You know what I mean? If Joao Pedro by himself could single-handedly move to these defenders, what would have happened if the lap was also pinning one of them as well? There's certain questions that we don't see posed towards defenses as much these days because teams are so focused on different aspects, right? Pressing, covering spaces, closing down, But yeah, I don't know. I feel like sometimes, man, things shift again. And maybe we're seeing small early signs. You're looking at like Michael Carrick. You're looking at guys like Spalletti at Juventus. They're not really going to those teams to find some, Carrick ball, Spalletti ball to like introduce into the team. They're kind of going back to the basics a little bit of, okay, what do my players like doing? What conditions do I create for these guys in game? And by not overcomplicating things, you're kind of allowing the players who are top players to kind of just do their thing, right? So that could be like an interesting trend that you could see kind of slowly coming back a little bit. Let's see. WF, do you think it could have been a good game for Garnacho? Yeah, Paz, yes. I think Garnacho starting could have been good for him, for sure. The reason why I have sympathy, and this is why I'm not too... Listen, I'm critical, but I feel like people go a step above criticism. It's not like you're seeing Gittins and Garnacho getting like 5 back-to-back 90-minute appearances. You don't understand how much momentum is needed sometimes, how much consistency for minutes is needed. They're not getting access to it like that. So it's no surprise why at times things can be a bit stop-start because they're young. Garnacho's not 27 and he can kind of come in and get in tune straight away. Like, he needs a bit of time, right? So, you know, let's see. Now, Mazza, you boys were and still are my favourites. Appreciate that, man. Llewellyn, do you think... Okay, I answered that already. Chelsea fans drive TV. Diego Moreira is better than Garnacho. Why is he still at Strasbourg? You know, the ownership... There was an article that came out saying that they felt like one day this guy is going to be a 25, 30 mil pound player. And probably in the market today, Moreira is going for that amount of money. Now, for me, he would probably make a bit more sense because of one thing. Moreira isn't a goal-scoring winger. I think whilst being at Strasbourg, he's kind of reinvented to be more of like a classic type of winger, you know? More focus on getting at your man, link up, final third runs, not necessarily goal-scoring responsibilities. And like when I look at that left flank, or our wingers in particular sometimes, I know you guys have seen it, but it does feel like they're like so high and wide away from everyone else in the team, right? You know? It's like if you're Garnacho, he's the type of winger that comes inside to take shots. That's what he does. Yeah? If he's just by the touchline for like 75% of a game, his game's a bit different then. You're judging him by his dribbling consistency rate, take on success, what he's doing up against 2v1, that type of stuff, right? And I think maybe if you wanted to have maybe that type of player that would suit that even more, maybe Moreira is an interesting option because you're not expecting goals from him, but you're expecting supportive play. You're expecting supportive runs. You're expecting pace. You're expecting better take and success down either flank. That's the type of guy he is at this stage, in my opinion. So that could be an option to see. We're noticing already that Rosenio is encouraging maybe the fullbacks to kind of hug the touchline a bit more at times. If you look at Cucurella, I think Cucurella is probably the best example of this. He was inside so many times, but a lot of times in games I've seen on Rosenio, I've seen Cucurella. Like, what was the game where we turned things around, which we've done twice? Not Napoli, West Ham. I saw Cucurella putting crosses from the touchline. And if you think about this, how often when this season started have you seen Cucurella putting in crosses? Most times he's in the attacking mid position. Most times he's there, right? So I don't know. If Rosenio is going to get backed a little bit, maybe you make a few little tweaks here and there to find players that properly support what's going on. It's something to think about. Diego Moreira, yeah. T, it's like when you start a save of Pokemon, you pick your boy because they fit your style, so viewers choose you, bro. Yeah, I appreciate it. Again, that's what I... You know what? Like, to keep it real, you know, you look at the views and stuff, you think, okay, maybe a few years back I had X, Y, Z. But then it's like, I'd rather kind of speak the way that I want to about the game. I'm not really here to be a character and be insecure and desperate for views like that. You know what I mean? So it made me realize I need to look at what I'm good at. I need to double down on that. And I need to create my own type of formats from that. So if you guys notice, I'm trying to do my own thing on my Nini FC channel. It's been encouraging sign seeing some of the views growing. These are the discussions I want to have. I've got a few things planned for Blue Lions FC. I want to kind of double down more on the analysis stuff. So you're going to see a lot of changes coming literally from next week in regards to how I want to like tackle videos. The next one that I'm going to be releasing is going to be on Joao Pedro. When I talk about these tactical things to you guys, it made me realize I'm not actually making those videos. Yeah, I'm talking about it. But what I need to do is I need to format this stuff. I need to be like, this is the one topic you're going to learn about Joao Pedro today. Here's that one video on that. So it's out there. Because otherwise, I was looking at things and thinking, right, I'm just like a good takes guy, but having good takes isn't good enough. You know what I mean? How you format it, how you produce it, how you have that discussion. That's where a lot of the skill comes from as well. So listen, I'm always learning from YouTube. There's no such thing as YouTube University. You just have to kind of think and try and adapt and improve here and there. So that's how I'm seeing things. Amy, yes, Amy. Bleach hair, Garnacho ain't it? Should have left the bleach in Manchester. Hey, it's personally, I don't think it looks that bad, to be honest with you. Like, it kind of suits like he's got a very distinctive type of face, Garnacho. Like, he's like, not many people look like him. Very distinctive type of guy. So like when he does crazy stuff like that, it's kind of like, it's just adding to his own look, right? Rome, Moreira is not hell-bent on cutting inside. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Moreira isn't that type of guy who is a goal-scoring type of winger. He's the supportive winger. If you was playing Football Manager, you would put him on winger with support or winger attack. You wouldn't put him as an inside forward. You wouldn't use him as a playmaker. He wouldn't do none of those things. He would literally just be that. And I think that's why he makes sense playing wing back sometimes, because of those same reasons. So it's something to think about. It's quite obvious that we're not going to allow the inside forwards on the left and right to play together, it seems. So if one's going to be supportive, the other one has to be offensive. Do you reckon it'll be a tight game? Hopefully not. I hope it won't be a tight game. I'm seeing the lineup though, the midfield three. It's a shame that Esteval can't start, to be honest with you. I thought, yeah, you know what? Every time I'm doing these flipping predicted lineups, man, I'm still waiting to see Palmer, Pedro and Esteval in the team together. I don't know what's taking us so long for these guys to do that. That's the only frustration I have, because I guarantee when we start seeing that, we'll start doing big things. So there's a big reluctance around doing that at the moment. I don't really get it, especially against the Wolves team that, I'm sorry, like, they're going to set up with the back five. They're going to try and defend, beat them in the first half, and then control the game afterwards. That's how I see it, man. I think most of your subscriber frontal lobes have developed. Thanks. But again, you know, I've got a lot of like-minded guys follow me, and I appreciate that. Charlie, yes, the website is BlueLionsFC.com. You will see the advertising coming out next week properly on the channel. That's your only delay at the moment. Swag, how do I get into making football content? The World Cup, bro, honestly, just get into it. That's what I'll say. There is no time limit. There isn't a special time to do it. You know, every video you make, you'll learn from it, you'll improve. You need to get experience around the platform. Everyone who's interested in content creation, go for it, man. There's no content university. You know, it's just trial and error and understanding what you want to put out there and what you want to be known for and be about. You know what I mean? That's what it really comes down to. I'm going to put the link out to the game for you guys that need one. Oh, shit. Okay, uh-oh. Is something going on here? No, okay. One sec, boys. If you guys got a link to the game, can you actually post it here? Because I feel like the link I've been using might be finished, actually. Actually, hopefully not. Okay, pure cap. Alright. Alright, you guys, the game's starting soon. I'm putting the link to the game in the chat right now so you guys can see. It's pinned in the comment right here. If you guys need a link to the game, I got you guys. Llewellyn, he's like Doku and Neto, great for the wingers. Yeah, you get it. I only watch Jan and you when it comes to Chelsea content creators. Appreciate that, man. Would it be possible for you and Jan to do collaboration sometimes? For sure. I'll speak to him to see what he's on. I know he's a busy guy. Let's see what can be done. Mateus Mane to Chelsea, that's one to watch out for, right? I know he's doing very impressive things for Wolves right now. So yeah, let's see what he does. Yeah, clearly Reece James didn't pass the fitness test. That seems to be the reason why he's not playing. Nini, personally, I see the board selling Delap. I think so as well too. I think they're like, you know what, you get this guy for his release clause. You know, you could probably sell him for 40 million. Omega's coming in. I don't see how you have Joao Pedro, Omega and Delap. For me, it's already a case of, well, we got the guy that we want. We gave this guy a chance. We're not seeing it, because that's how these guys move. So that's something to watch out for. I think if you're Delap, maybe A move to Newcastle, I think, could have made a lot of sense for you. I'm not Aston Villa, not anymore now that they got Tammy Abraham. But I think for Delap, who enjoys the spaces to play, and listen, even for Liam, he's not been terrible. It's just that he's been injured so many times. He's off the bench so many times. To be, your whole season start and stop, and you're 21 years old. Like, you're not going to find that consistency. Unless he gets 5 games to play in on the bounce, it's very hard, in my opinion, to fairly judge him. But anyway, you guys, the game is kicking off as we speak right now. If you guys need a link to the game, I told you guys, I got you. It's in the pinned comment in the chat. Wolves kick off and they play it straight back to their goalkeeper. All right, you guys, what's your predictions for the game? Score predictions. I've been ambitious. I've gone for 4-1. Like, there's been 31 goals scored in the last 6 games between us and Wolves. That's nearly like 5 goals a game. Which is mad. If we're not going to see goals today, I don't know. But Palmer, man, that was a decent idea, but the execution wasn't there. Today, I want to see Joao Pedro on the score sheet. I want to see Joao Pedro. I just knew with Joao, again, give him consistency, let him find his fitness back. Everyone was forgetting that this guy was holding a bit of injuries during that whole September, November periods. Yeah, give him some consistency up front. You'll see this guy's class. And thank God, like, the wider Chelsea fans have actually seen it now. Because when I was seeing all this talk about, he's this, he's that, he's slow on the ball. I mean, that's the thing I never understood. Joao Pedro being slow on the ball. I'm just like, you see what I mean? This is why I can't have certain conversations with all football fans. Because some fans just see things very differently from me. How do you connect them? You can't really do that, There's creators that will be like, well, you guys are wrong and here's why. And there's other creators that will be like, yeah, Joao Pedro was terrible, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, Mateus Mane, this guy is deceptively strong. So I think he kind of took Chalobah by surprise then. Like, the way he can ride challenges, that's been one of the things about Mane. Like, bro, 18 years old riding challenges like this of 2 guys. Yeah, he could be a real problem, this kid, man. But for me, if you're a guy like Mane, you don't want to go straight to the top 4, man. You won't get the minutes, Ideally, you go to a Crystal Palace. Yeah, do what Eze did. Anyway, a bit of pandemonium in our books right then. And Wolves are applying a little bit of pressure. Like, obviously, I think we can get goals in this game. But I'm not going in here thinking that Wolves are an easy meal. And we're guaranteed to just half-ass ourselves to a win. That won't be the case. Anyway, a bit of not too much control then. Another ball, long throw. Yes, Joao. Enzo Fernandez clears. Apply that pressure. Okay, we put Doherty under some serious pressure then. Armstrong brings that down quite nice, I can't lie. Come on. Oh, Mane, first time delivery. All right. Yes, Neto. Played Neto. That's it. Put the burners on. But I swear that Neto has a pretty decent record against Wolves. So let's see what he does today. Joao needs to score today, definitely, for sure. Am I going to watch the Super Bowl tonight? Probably not, man. I'm not really into American football like that. And also the time as well. I need to make videos. I got work to do tomorrow, man. I can't kill my sleep at the age I'm at right now. I can't do it. I want to see Palmer get on his signature pass so he feels like he's back. I think so. I thought it was quite interesting, all the lip reading shenanigans after the Arsenal game. It seems like Palmer feels like he needs to play a bit more to really find his consistency, which, I can't really argue with that, Obviously, you guys, one thing you're going to notice is that there's a big delay in regards to, the stream I'm watching from and the timer on screen. And there's nothing I can do about that. There's probably like a 30-second delay, which is quite frustrating. But yeah, unless you guys have a new link that you can send my way, yeah, I don't really know what's, I'm going to be behind a little bit. That's it. Trev steps up. Oh, that's a good pass to Joao. That's better. Good play. Good play. Very good play then. Very good play. Ball spreads to Neto. Gusto with the underlap. Neto comes inside. He loves that in-swinger into the box. Anyway, Cucurella gets his body in front of his man. Do we get the ball in their half? Okay, you guys are going 3-0, 2-1, 2-0, 3-1. All right, cool. So you see us getting goals today. But you guys, real talk, if you guys have like a link to a game, do you mind posting it in the chat? Because I want to have maybe at least 2 links I can turn to. I'm not getting too much confidence with my link right now. And I don't want to be in a situation where I've lost, I've lost out on 1 or 2 minutes. Anyway, Jalaba wins that off Mane. Fofana brings the ball back. I'm guessing we're trying to encourage Wolves to come onto us a little bit because they're kind of high up now past the halfway line. So it could be a good plan to try and like bait them out. Anyway, the ball's moved to the right hand side. Gusto into Neto. Santos. Fofana back to Sanchez. Gusto, who's he found? Good pass into Joao. It's just slightly behind him. But we're looking to kind of quickly get balls into the striker at the moment. That's what I'm noticing. Okay, our turn to defend now. Wolves. Kukurea gets brushed off into Taka. Rade puts the ball inside the box. Mane again, ball inside the box and cleared by Wesley Fofana. But this Mane kid is looking like a bit of a problem, bro. Like, he's a very, very strong kid. Very strong kid. When he's getting his arms in front of guys aren't getting past him. Use Camel Live. Alright, let me see what this Camel Live's saying. Let me fucking see, mate. Like, I won't get like a virus or something, will I? Camel Live, let's go. Okay. More deliveries to deal with. Do we stop the cross? We give the foul away. Alright, cool. So this one's maybe like a little bit better. I'm like, what, 15 seconds ahead with this one. Alright, say less. Okay, our turn to defend a corner. A free kick. The last thing I need to see is us conceding right now. I cannot afford to see that. Come on, boys. Focus. Dangerous ball. 6-yard box. Oh, okay. Deflects off, I think, one of our players. And Wolves are starting quite strong at the moment. Obviously, the question is, can they maintain this? We're going to find out. But they're not afraid to kind of commit men inside the box at the moment. Okay, Caicedo is getting complacent a little bit. I don't think Caicedo's been bad the last few games, but he hasn't been as obvious, if you know what I mean. Yes, Castri's big up. That Mane guy, this Mane kid does look quite good, I have to say. He does look quite good. Got a little something about him. To be fair, I was a bit surprised not to see Sarr starting this game. I didn't really think he needs like 2 weeks to get used to things. He was already playing for Strasbourg. He knows Rossini already. He came here. He's already been in the squads during the summertime. I just felt like it could be quite simple for him to kind of just seamlessly kind of slot in. Because I was thinking, this is like one of the first times we're seeing Fofana playing back-to-back like this. So it's a little bit of a risk for me. I'd rather Fofana just plays 1 game a week. He's been out for such a long time. Take it easy with this guy, Like, he doesn't have to start back-to-back. Like, we have defensive options. Yeah, we didn't have to. Hopefully Fofana can ride this out. But I'd rather keep Fofana fit, man, for all the games coming in March. If we lose him, it's going to look peak, is all I'm going to say. Anyway, Rosenio's approach is a little bit more passive maybe compared to Maresca in terms of the pressing. it's like we're kind of okay to kind of attract the teams onto us a bit instead of like being proactive, going man to man and like pressing them centrally, right? Oh, a lot of deep crosses coming in. We're not really getting a foot on the ball right now. Again, I'm not going to panic. It's like 10 minutes into the game. There's still a lot of football left to play. But it's, you know, just like interesting. Some of the little tweaks. Neto, does he win that? Oh, no one gets a second ball. Gusto. Bueno, is that? Yes, good tackle, Gusto. Very good. I think Gusto is so good 1v1 defending. I think he is I get very, very comfortable with Gusto defending my side. Okay, Wesley's back on. Wes, back to Trev. Kukurea, see, hugging outside, not inverting inside. So this is like more of like a proper 4-3-3. Look at Enzo Fernandez on the left side. He wants to receive. I wanna see more of that at times. You know, I want Enzo to be more involved in the build-up in the second phase. But this is like more classic 4-3-3 right now. Anyway, Neto, Burners, Neto. Oh, Neto's strength. Unreal from Neto. Oh, first time ball. Joao. Okay. He brings the ball down, but he can't fashion a shooting opportunity. Oh, come on. That's a foul. That's a penalty. Of course, that's a penalty. Joao Pedro, let's go. That counts as an assist, right, if someone scores this. You know, if you guys, you know, we've scored like, I think, 9 penalties this season. If Joao Pedro came in with a bit of arrogance, I was like, listen, I need those penalties. We'd be talking about a guy who's like one of the top scorers in the league right now. But look at Joao. Joao is so good at getting his body in front of his man. Look. See? And again, it's a stupid tackle from Doherty. Stupid tackle. All that experience he has. What a stupid tackle to give away. Joao's not even looking for that. He's not even like trying to force that type of contact. That is, I don't know what he was doing. Anyway, Cole Palmer is getting rewarded. That's it. Come on. I mean, ideally, I wish Joao was taking some of these. I think it's like the second penalty he's won for us that he's not taken. Cole Palmer, stat padding a little bit. But I guess this will count as an assist from Joao. So come on, Cole. Get that confidence back, man. That's it, bro. 1-0. Let's go. Come on, Cole. That's yours, man. 1-0. Come on, boys. Come on, boys, man. Let's go, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. To get the goal like this in this manner, Wolves have been they've been the more proactive team. I won't say the better team, but the more proactive team. The first real time we get the ball inside their box, and they panic, and they give us a free penalty. And Cole Palmer, he's not going to waste opportunities that get fed to him for free like that. Like, that type of penalty kick reminds me of Frank Lampard, where, like, it looks like you're aiming to shoot bottom left corner, but you're looking to fool the goalkeeper with the eyes, right? It's the eyes that you're using to disguise it. And he just kind of hits that away in like a classic Frank Lampard style penalty. What's all of that about? Like, you guys, what do you think his celebration's about? What do you think it's about, the little SETI from Palmer covering the ears in the end? Is he saying that guys are capping right now? Like, what do you guys think? Exactly, Joao Pedro. Listen, I'm going to keep talking my ish, but there's a reason why I was very, very, very public with my endorsements around Joao Pedro. I remember the videos I was making, Nini, oh, you got no ambition for the club. Because that's another thing I also suffered with on the channel, you guys. You know, you got to see it like this. Let's say something that isn't... Okay, let's say Joao Pedro. I'm talking about him, but like the average fan has already told himself he's the wrong signing. He's not a real striker. He's another Felix, another Nkunku. This is the issue that comes from this. If you don't kind of support that view and maybe validate what a lot of people feel, that can work out against you, because people will comment and remember that you made a point they had disagreed with. But it's very rare that if they get proven wrong, they come back and they still like F with you. All they remember is the negative feeling they had towards you, but they don't remember the times that they could have been wrong about it. So this is what this is another thing with the football thing as well, man. You know, it's oh, great ball in behind to Gusto. Come on, come on. Enzo doesn't have the power behind that then. But Wolves are doing what Wolves do best this season, and they kind of beat themselves to give teams a free advantage. So listen, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I'll happily take it. Don't hear the noise. Exactly. Don't hear the noise. That's what you guys are saying with Cole Palmer-Selly. I mean, sometimes the noise around the football club can be a little bit forced. Like, listen, man, I don't think everything at the club is perfect. I've had my criticisms of the owners. I feel like for me, it's more of an execution thing. I think it's more of the, you know, I think for me, honestly, it's the execution. Like, they don't set out what they try to do. And I think that's what hurts us maybe going forward as much. It's not like they say no to Ekateke's and Jack's and all these guys. It's the fact that they can't get the deal done is what we're seeing right now. Because if you could add these guys to the team, like the Kuduses and all these guys, we'd be in a much stronger place. And you might not be seeing our Nachos and Co's. You know what I mean? But Fernandez just kind of overhits that pass as well, but the idea was there, and I like that players are looking for the runs from the striker. Yeah, all that talk of Joao can't make his movement isn't good enough, bro. It's not about the movement not being good. They don't get the service because they don't get found most times. But as I'm saying though, I just feel like sometimes the noise around the football club can be so forced. It can just be a bit. It can just be a bit extreme at times. You know, I know things aren't perfect, but we're not 17th in the table. We lifted 2 trophies in the summer. Yes, you can feel impatient that it's taking this long to see things, but let's not act like we're capitulating and there's no signs of progress whatsoever. It just feels like, you know, I think that narrative just kind of gets a bit, you know, like it definitely can exist, but it can't encapsulate everything right now. It's just getting a bit too much, you know? Like when I was on Sky Sports talking to Jamie O'Hara, like I understand that sometimes they're trying to get their sound bites for socials and stuff like that. I get it. But like when I'm being told about what's our ambitions for this season, and I'm like, okay, I want us to get CL qualification, hopefully some silverware. And he's like, oh, but surely for a club like Chelsea, that's not good enough. But it's like, well, obviously it's not good enough. But I mean, look at what we got. For me, it just doesn't make sense to cry about something that we can't do right now. Yeah, we bought all these youngers. We're a younger team than what we was last season. I'm supposed to just be like some stupid fan that's like, oh, regardless of us having a team that's good enough, we should still be winning the league, doing this, doing that. It's just like, come on, man. Like I'm just kind of past that type of talk right now, and that's what I try to avoid. You know what I mean? This doesn't make too much sense to me. Like, we're not there completely yet. Hopefully we get there sooner. But I can't be talking about all these big grand ambitions when I know that we're not that team right now. Come on. It took Arsenal 5 years to get to this point. Okay, Enzo. Moy, that's good play. Good little build up then. Oh, nice one-touch football. That's what I want to see. Okay, Palmer doesn't play it to Cucurella. But you know what, you guys? I think another option to look at for the summer... Actually, no, we can't be more left-backs. But I'm just thinking, now that Rosenio wants to have fullbacks hugging the touchline... I mean, look at Cucurella, how high he is. It would be nice to have that fullback, that like a Nuno Mendes type of guy, right? Someone who can get at his man, take them on, you know? Offer like a dynamic threat a little bit. But I think now we've ridden that first 10 minutes. It's been all of us since the goal's been scored. I think we're really controlling the game well. And we're seeing some nice bits of, you know, passing passages from the team now. Like, look at that third man run. Great run by Neto. Great ball in behind to find him. And we get the corner. No corner? All right, say less. But the way we opened Wolves up then, yeah, I thought that was really good play then. Really good play then. Like, I get the feeling the second goal could come before the halftime whistle, and that pleases me. And it's interesting, you know. I just feel like Rosenio, Maresca, their ideas aren't too different, But it was, under Maresca, sometimes for me, it was just, you know what? We force too many things in the middle, a bit too much, man. Yeah? Like, we don't release, like, the wingers. Bro, the wingers feel like wingbacks who are just playing the ball backwards. If they're spending all this money on wingers, they should not be going backwards 75% in a game. For me, that was telling me something's not making too much sense. So Resenio was trying to add a little bit of dynamism down the flanks, and we've been benefiting from that with this little form we've been on, like, recently. Good play, Caicedo wins that. Good play. That's it, Palmer. Probably the fake rumors that don't hear the noise. Does anyone have any other links? This one isn't working for you. If you guys have any other links, maybe post it in the chat. I'd really appreciate it, because in the meantime, that's the only the PPV link is the one I'm using at the moment. And the Camel Live. I've got Camel Live on the laptop as well, so I'm gonna post it for you guys. But if you need a link, Google this. Google Camel Live, because the guys who've been shouting it out have actually, they're not talking ish, like, it actually works. That's it. Winning the ball back now, forcing Wolves back. Chalobah spreads it to Wesley. Palmer drops to receive, back to Wes. Just like little changes like this, you know, like Maresca, man, it would be still inverting ourselves to death. But in games like this, man, you don't need to use inverted fullbacks, you know. Keep it 4-3-3. Like, if you want to keep the middle strong, just use another midfield player, yeah? You don't need to see Cucurella in an attacking mid position. I don't have to see Gusto in an attacking mid position. Not against teams like Wolves, yeah? Don't overcomplicate it. Neto, oh, that was a dangerous ball. Cucurella brings that down, finds Caicedo. Neto now, move to the left-hand side, making a run on that side. Neto. Enzo now, on the left. Caicedo. We've now kind of constricted the pitch a little bit now, and we've really penned Wolves back in their half. All right, Wes, he's stepped up now. Spreads that to Gusto. Get out your man, Gusto. Get out your man, Gusto. He's coming inside. Oh, unlucky. I thought Palmer was going to scoop the ball over the top then. I thought Palmer was going to play that pass, man. I felt like it was on for him to kind of scoop it. This is like this in those little moments. Palmer isn't like fully back to his best, because I feel like his software is running a little bit slow in the head, a little bit. You know, he's still maybe in like two minds about things, and that tells me that he needs a bit more time to like fully get his groove back. Yeah, Palmer, come on, Palmer, close him down. Can't be going through like that. Come on. Follow Armstrong's run. Okay, it's played back now. But I guess with Resenio, not maybe forcing the man-to-man press all the time, I guess here his idea is, if I'm a little bit passive, if I reduce that bar a little bit, hopefully there's opportunities to be more transitional at times, you know? Because the only times it was really transitional under Maresca was if we won the ball in the opposition's half and picked them off like that. But it wasn't really about starting the transition from like the halfway line, you know? Or from our own half. Anyway, Enzo's carrying. Cucurella outside. I like that type of dynamic. Back to Moy. Palmer. Gusto's inverted a little bit. Neto now. Who's making that run into space there? Like, Gusto, took you that long. Okay, see? Could have got there like a second earlier. Anyway, great ball. Oh, Cucurella outside. Moy, shoot! Enzo tried it. Oh, that would have been a gas goal, man. I love that Enzo had that thought of mine to try the... what's that skill called again? What's the name for it? That Lamella. The Lamella goal. Bro, what's that name for that skill called again, man? The trip. Yeah, you can send links in chat. I use this. Okay, Palmer is slowing us down. Yeah, he is a little bit, I have to say. What do you think of Morgan Rogers to us in the summer? A player to watch out for, I guess. He's looking quite good at the moment. Oh, good tackle, Trev. Very good tackle. That's it, Moy. Spread it to Palmer. That's it, Palmer. Facing goal. Who does he find? Into the feet of Enzo. He tries to receive it with a scoop turn, but gets brought down. Moy. Who's winning that? Yes, Moy. Joao. Oh, played. Bro, Joao Pedro is such a silky player. Very silky player, man. That's it. Come on, let's get the second now, boys. Gusto. Like, Wolves is like 4-4-2 press. It's like, it's still very passive. Look how much space we have. Like, they're off the ball defending. There's a reason why they're in the bottom of the table right now, because it's like the details around it, that the energy, the execution from the players is poor. Oh, yes, Wes. Great skill from Wes to take the ball back inside. Enzo, back to Moy. Spreads it wide to Kukurea. It smells like we're kind of realizing that there's a moment now to take the game away from Wolves. That's it. Gusto. Back inside. Wes spreads up very fast to Neto. Facing his man. Can he take him on? He's coming inside. Interesting idea. Moy. Oh, Gusto. You know, he's onside. Over the top. Overhit the cross. Yeah, Rabona. That was the attempt. Yes, Rabona. I kept thinking of Trivella in my head. Rabona. Yes. Thank you, man. Joao onto his feet. Can he force a shot? Oh, ho, ho. Yo, he was going for it, man. And he gets the corner for us. See, Joao Pedro with the 5-star weak foot, man. If that's Nicholas Jackson, he's just unable to cause any real danger when he has the ball inside like that. Okay, corner now. Nini, I am using a Vietnamese link. I am 30 seconds ahead of you. I could post the link with your permission. Yes, real dude. I would absolutely love that, man. And you're from Vietnam. I was there. I was in Hanoi last November. And I was in Nha Trang as well in November. I actually proposed to my fiance in Vietnam. Best holiday of my whole life. Love Vietnam. And I'm hoping maybe I can go back to Vietnam again at some point this year, man. Like, when I was in Vietnam, when I rented from like an accommodation, I actually met someone who watched me from the channel. So it's like, it's continuing the streak of like, anytime I go abroad, yeah, someone knows me. No matter how random the place is, someone knows me. Like, when I went to Qatar for the World Cup with my dad too, I just kept seeing so many guys who was watching me from the channel. I was just like, yeah, just blown away, man. Yes, thank you, real dudes. Guys, I just posted the link. Where did you post the link, by the way? Surly, sorry, bro. Thank you for the super chat, man. Would you rather Palmer not go to the World Cup and rest? No. I need to see Palmer in the World Cup. If Palmer's not going World Cup, he's not going to be a happy guy, man. It really is that simple. Anyway, Neto, he saves that ball really well then, but gets tackled quite well then by Bueno. Come on, Neto, man. Looking a little predictable with the carrying right now. Little predictable. Sorry, real dude, where did you post the link? Because I don't see it at the moment. That's it. Great defending. Trev reading the danger. Bro, honestly, I think one of the most improved players this season, which people might not agree with, I would probably say is Chalobah. I just feel like he's really developing this like commanding type of spirit to the back line, where he looks like the leader in defense for me at the moment, yeah? He's the guy that's plugging holes. He's the guy that's mopping up danger. And he's making like the crucial tackles and blocks and headers when you need it. And you're just seeing like his mentality on the field. Like, he's a lot more energetic. More of like that warrior spirit coming out as well. I've been noticing the improvements in Chalobah this season for sure. Okay, Would you ever visit islands? Yes, I would definitely visit islands. Bro, if I could visit everywhere across the world, I would have made Joao, can he force a shot? Unlucky Joao. Okay, free kick. First ever YouTube comment just for you and your channel. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Hep47 links usually get auto-detected. Okay, auto-detected. Alright, so you can't actually post the full link, real dudes. But maybe you can add like a 0 at the end of the URL. That should maybe bypass the link being blocked. That could be a way to do things. But I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Gusto, Santos, Palmer, Trev. Yes, quick pass to Gusto. Gusto plays it back to Wes. Trev into the feet of Enzo. Great time from Enzo. Shields the ball well. Keeps it. And he spreads it wide to Gusto on the right hand side. Alright, I'm seeing Palmer close to Joao Pedro on the books. I'm seeing Gusto, make that run, can you? You're behind Neto. Trev. That's it, Wes. Very quick to Neto. Like, what was one of those? Oh, great pass. That's it. 2-0. 2-0. Oh. Very good football. Very good football and excellent strike. Excellent strike from Malo Gusto. Yeah. What a pass from Santos then. Yeah. Lovely little reverse ball into the feet of Gusto. And Gusto, it's the right attempt. You know, you go for the top bins. You put some power behind the laces. Good save from Sarr. Very good save. But Wolves, man, you move the ball left to right, left to right. It's like there's something about the lack of intensity, the discipline. The players, you know, they don't follow the instructions that well. It's weird. Oh. Next time I need to visit Limerick. I would like to. I've only ever been to Scotland in the UK. I've not been to Northern Ireland. I've not been to Ireland yet. But I would definitely like to go, man. Like when we played Shamrock Rovers, I went to the game. I met a lot of Irish fans there. It was really, I had a really good time, man. Oh, Palmer. Neto, yes, plays. Santos there when you need him. Oh, he keeps the ball in. Neto, can he apply some pressure? Oh, playing balls across goal. Okay, Wolves kind of played out from that quite well, actually. Can we swap the ball into him? Yes, Wes. Yes, Wes. That was the tackle to make then to completely kill that move. Gusto, who's looked very good. Yeah, I think Gusto is kind of making better movements in behinds a lot more. Joao, yes, in front of his man. Bro, Wolves, I'm telling you, like, I don't know what it is about Wolves. I don't know what it is about them. They shouldn't be bottom of the table, but it's their application is so bad. It is so bad. Look, what a stupid tackle to give away. Stupid foul to give away. Like, he's going away from goal. You know what I mean? He's going away from goal. Why even touch the guy? It's like the confidence is not there, you know? It's just embarrassing in a way how bad it is. Mosquera, what are you doing, bro? He's not even going towards goal. Joao has got the 2 E's again. If this was Brighton, when Joao would win his penalties, he would take them. I would love if Palmer gave it to Joao. You know, I don't know why, you know, if Joao was allowed to take penalties like he did at Brighton, this guy would have 20 goals this season. And guys are like, wow, this is like the number 9 Chelsea have been waiting for their whole lives. He's this, he's that, he's that. Chelsea strikers aren't allowed to stat pad with penalties. Like we know this about the football club, man. If our strikers were allowed to score pens, like other strikers are, like Haaland and co, you would see a big difference in regards to how they're spoken about, right? Palmer, thank Joao again. That's it, Palmer, 2-0, man. Game over. Game wrapped up. Wrapped up, bro. That's it. That's it. 2-0. Yeah, 2 goals. My prediction to get 4-1 is looking accurate at the moment, boys. Joao Pedro again. Like, he's even surprised by the penalties he's won for us today. Like, he's not even driving towards goal. Yeah? He's just trying to just control the ball. He's running onto the end of passes and he's getting fouled for the stupidest reasons. Yeah, man, Wolves. Terrible team, man. They deserve to be where they are. They deserve to be where they are. Yeah, you want... Okay, that's it. Andre, Palmer takes this so we can build his confidence. Exactly. So that's like... Was that like 5 goals for Palmer this season then? Alright, say less. Come on, Palmer, please. You need to back Joao today. I need to see that Palmer assist to Pedro. I need to see that. I need to see that PP action, man. Oh, pause. Yeah, forget I said that. Turo, Wolves are panicking a lot this season. It's like they lost their nerves and composure. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, obviously. Neto, come on, kill the game. Oh, look how they're panicking. This is like the second guy that Neto's bodied in this half. How did he not win a foul then? Come on, man. Wolves, useless, man. Happy Palmer scored, but Joao needs a reward. Exactly, man. Someone needs to assist Joao in this game today. As I said, if he took the penalty... Bro, I even thought when Palmer was out with injuries that Joao would be the second guy. But he's too humble. Joao's like, listen, if I'm going to Chelsea, I'm not here to kind of be an ego and disrupt the harmony. You know? If Enzo is the leader and he's second in command, so be it. But... remember, this guy had one of the best pen records in the Prem. It was like, I think 12 out of 13 scored. And most of the penalties he scored, he won those penalties for himself. That's what people forget about that. But I think Enzo scored like 4 or 5 penalties. I think Palmer's on 3 or 4. It's actually been refreshing that we're getting a lot more penalties now, you know? That's it. I'm seeing the understanding too. Sanchez has stepped up alongside Chalobah and Fofana as like a back 3 thing. Santos and Caicedo very close in the pivot. That's it. Look at the pass. Oh, great play, Neto. Great pass from Wes. Great football at the moment, I have to say. Very good football. Enzo behind to Cucurella. Please make it 3. Yes! Come on! Let's go! Thank you! Yes, we score a beautiful goal. And Palmer gets the hat-trick. Let's fucking go, boys! That's what I'm talking about, man. Beautiful football. A flowing move from back to front. Starting from Robert Sanchez. Stepping up alongside Wes and Chalobah. The pivot. Santos receives. Look at the pass from Wes. Neto shields that perfectly, comes inside, spreads it to find Enzo. And look at the run that Kuka makes in between their defence and the cutback to find Palmer who just withdraws away from everyone inside the box to wait for the cutback to come to him. Superb goal, man. Yeah? Superb goal. Great finish from Palmer. And it's been that type of finish that he's been missing in other games. He's been missing this type of finish. So for him to get a hat-trick, this is perfect stuff, man. Hopefully, this is the game that is going to kickstart Cole Palmer's form back to life now. Yeah? Look at the smile. That's it. Great goal. Nini, remember I said 4 goals today. Palmer is going to get his season annual of 4 goals today. Let's see it. Let's see, my guy. Hopefully. I went for 4-1 in this game today. That was my prediction. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe it should have been like 5 or 6. If we can get 5 or 6 today, yeah, I think that's going to do us wonders in regards to just building up that form and consistency. Hopefully it means then second half we get to see Mamadou Sarr making his debut. You know, it's one of those games where he can kind of find himself in the team a little bit. Estevao as well to come on. Garnacho. It could be a good game to stat pad in. And I think it comes down to shit like us not forcing the inverted stuff. You know, it's nice to see like a classic 4-3-3. Yeah, of course there's times where the fullbacks are going to kind of underlap their runs and overlap. I'm okay with that. But when you don't force your fullbacks into attacking mid positions, look how the game just opens up a little bit, you know? So I like the fact that Rosenio has been quite adaptable, I have to say. In his first 9 games, he's been very adaptable. Oh, Neto. Neto! Please. Come on, make it 4. Neto. Pass it, pass it. Come on, Joao. But that was, again, very tenacious running from Pedro Neto. Outside. Oh, he tried to cushion it down to Joao Pedro. Neto, man. Neto is he is a unit, this guy. Like, he is so deceptively strong. So deceptively strong. The upper body strength of guys are bouncing off him this entire game. I know he likes playing against his former club. He's always performing against these guys. Like, he just gets that hunger. Okay, Hwang's coming off. Hey, it's getting dark for Wolves, man. Getting very dark for Wolves right now. Leeds are not ready Tuesday night. That will be a big one, man. That's going to be a massive one. Leeds. Yeah, we didn't get a great result against them earlier this season. They got a lot of runners in midfield. Yeah, a lot of runners, a lot of intensity. Calvert-Lewin, you know, has been having a deceptively good season as well. Derby, historic type of derby. Yeah, it's a big game to get ready for, and having this type of 3-goal leads hopefully means that guys like Palmer can come off a bit sooner. You can rest some of the star guys and get them ready for the Leeds game. So it's a good place to be in right now. I wish we had Derry or Kavuma McQueen on the bench, yes, but I mean, realistically, I don't know the likelihood of seeing these guys playing too often, to keep it real. Prane, he's our next Willian. Who is? Lavia, please follow suit. Let's hope this guy comes back. Get Saw and Hatso and Action Pong. That would be nice to see. I definitely want to see Saw. I want to see what he does. Yeah, I think this is the perfect game to kind of blood him in and introduce him now. Okay, Hwang's off. Okay. Oh, okay. Come on, boys. Let's make it 4 before the half-time whistle blows. I'd love to see that, man. Okay. Oh, great turn by Palmer. Ball across goal. Oh, that instinctive cross. It's like that inviting cross across goal, man. Who wants that? Yeah. Who's getting on the end at the far post? Great turn. First time ball just completely takes out the entire Wolves defense. I wish we scored from that, because that would have been another beautiful goal to score. Yeah. Palmer with 1 assist and 3 goals in 1 half. This is why, listen, I've done a video on Joao Pedro. I've discussed him and Cole Palmer and stuff. I discussed some of the stuff that Paul Merson was saying on the podcast. I thought he got it kind of wrong in regards to how he felt like Joao wasn't helping Palmer. I think it's, yeah, insane stuff, to be honest with you, you know. It's what everyone wants to just have a take these days without really having an opinion. It's mad. Of course, Neto was having a great game. Some insane views in here. I think some fans run on auto. I think so. There's times when Neto does frustrate, but it's like, because it's like not really personal for me. When he does well, I don't feel like I have to kind of give backhanded compliments. It's just like, bro, he's doing well. You know, Neto in my head, he is like he's that type of winger where, listen, 30% of a season, he's going to have a phenomenal game. The other 30%, he's going to be goods. And the other 40%, he's going to be mids. I mean, it's hard to be consistently that good game in, game out. That's the reality, and I accept that. But he's been very solid for us this season, Pedro now. With some of the goals, you know. Do I think this guy's like the starting guy for the next few years? No. Hopefully Esteval and Kenda win the sports for themselves. But you know what I mean? So if the players are doing good sometimes, man, it's not hard to just kind of be like, you know what? No matter what I say about this guy, hey, he's doing good today. You know, don't really hurt us, because ultimately, man, we're seeing our team winning right now, and he's playing a part in that. Exactly. Neto for me would be he's the winger you have in a big club. You know, a good rotational winger. I hope he becomes in the next few years. He can play down either flank. You're gonna get at least 15 goal contributions a season minimum from him. He's gonna work hard. It's just a good balance to have in the squad, in my opinion. Oh, Mane. Oh, got away with that. It's because Caicedo didn't push him or use his hands then. That's it. Can we get the fourth goal? Enzo receiving, spreads it to Cucurella. Cuckoo. Bring it back inside. Cuckoo doesn't have that type of like turn of pace or like the unpredictable carrying ability, you know? Maybe he doesn't need that, I guess, because his movement, the timing of his runs is just perfect. Like Cucurella is that guy where every time you need a player to be in the exact position at the right time, Cucurella is your guy. Come and win that. Don't foul him. Okay. Oh, that's it. I mean, it's just useless from Wolves, bro. Come on, we have to embarrass these guys today, like 6-0 or something. Yeah, Amy, you're right. If Gittins was playing, could have been good for him. I did think that Rosenio wanted to use Gittins more. It's a shame the hamstring came at the wrong time. Oh, stupid. Stupid. Stupid tackle to make, man. Straight yellow. I hate those types of tackles. From some mad angle you're coming in from too. Like, is that a booking? Yeah, straight. Dumb guy, man. Dumb guy. Yeah, just good experience from Caicedo, you know? Like maybe like 2 years back, Caicedo's getting in a bit of a panic. He's kind of using his arms to try and gain leverage and stuff and making the situation worse. But you got to be subtle sometimes when you get away with things, you know? Rosenio with the fresh. Every week this guy's got the fresh fade, man. I rate that. Listen, I like Rosenio. He's a guy I was hoping wasn't going to become a victim of the circumstances, because I just felt like, you know, I used to rate this guy before when he was a pundit. And I'll tell you guys something embarrassing, but like years back, I actually tried to reach out to him on socials to be like, if I could get him on the channel to talk football. Obviously, he never got back to me. I mean, it's expected, you know what I mean? So it's crazy to think that all those years later, he's now the manager of my football club. So listen, I hope this guy can be a success here. I want to see a manager get past 2 years. I thought Maresca was about to do it until the final hurdle came. But I need to give some real credit to Rosenio to come under these circumstances and earn the trust of this team. Like, on paper, surely this guy is like the perfect Clear Lake manager, right? On paper. You know, he's already, he knows the ownership already. He's boys with them. He's an eloquent speaker. You know, good man manager, good tactically. You know my comparison for Rosenio? I think Rosenio is like the English version of Nagelsmann. I think like when I was doing all these manager analysis videos for Manager Links, I did a lot of Nagelsmann, and I feel like there's a lot of similarities between Nagelsmann and Rosenio. I think Rosenio is a very continental type of guy as well. How he adapts, how he uses different formations and X, Y, Z, I think it's, you know, I see a lot of Nagelsmann and Rosenio. Come on, that's it. Come on now, second half, boys. Let's find Joao Pedro. I think that Rosenio like, it's not even about him. It's just about what he stands for. And for other people, it's the frustration with the ownership, which I understand, which I do get. But you know what I mean? Got to take it easy like a little bit, you know? It's super annoying that Maresca didn't trust Santos. Exactly, you know? There was this little... This is the thing with the sport, you know? I'd always make this point that if you had 10 different managers with our squad, you would see 10 different things done with them. You know, some managers see value in others, but they don't see it in the same guys. And I think for myself, because Maresca was just kind of utilizing the inverted stuff, maybe a bit more than he had to. It came out it then forces you to have to look at guys like Santos differently, where it's like, you know what? I don't need him to sit. I got other guys who can do that. I need this guy to be my 8 or to box crash or whatever. It's just like, you didn't have to do all of that, you know? Okay, Amy, Rosenio saying that he can handle, not look too much in the media BS, because he was part of the media in the past, was so spot on, and never really thought about it before he said it. Exactly. I feel like my little worries of Rosenio was obviously the club being too big for him. I need to think about what I'm saying with that. But maybe like the moment being too big for him. I was worried that he might get eaten up because he was maybe coming sooner than he should be coming. In the circumstances where you're straight in the deep end, you have to get results. You've been told that you need to get Champions League and all these things. You have to perform right now. And he hasn't even completed 2 years at Strasbourg. You know what I mean? But on the other hand, listen, guys like Maresca and co, he didn't get like 500 games in the Premier League before he became a manager. Like, you know, sometimes if you have the ideas and you have access to a squad that's good enough to do justice to them, it can kind of accelerate everything, right? But yeah, I think Rosenio on paper, the communication, the tactics. I thought the game against Arsenal, you know, a few days back, I thought was a very mature performance that I wouldn't really associate with us. You know, that real tense, knife-edge style type of game. He's shown like a lot of different ways to play against teams since he's come in. And I think that's kind of been a big help for us. I'm going to answer some of you guys' questions though. So obviously get to sending me your opinions below, my friends. If you guys want to show some love too, super chats are always great. I can spend more time on your question. But what you guys feeling right now? Thank you, Amy, for that good question before. Al Hamza, it's been a perfect half. Exactly. Palmer hat-trick, perfect. Owen, it reminds me of Roman when he first bought the club. It's about patience. Yeah. Yeah. Kevin, hopefully Garnacho can come on and gain some confidence for sure. I think I'm at a point right now where I've done all the agendas talks and this, that. I need to see us like having a good season, getting the points, getting the silverware. That's all that really matters, man. You know, I as the months go on, I'm just like not caring about all these social media agendas and stuff like that. It's just like, come on, man. It's not that deep. Swag, one thing I hate about Pedro is how he holds the ball a little longer than he has to. Well, Joao Pedro, I mean, I don't really agree with that. I mean, what do you guys think? I don't really understand this thing of Joao holding it longer than he should. I think, why not? I mean, he's a great player. He knows when to move it fast, when to hold onto it. I don't see him disrupting the potential of many moves. But that's for me. I don't see your point, man. Mr. Rashid's Liam is a good gaffer. The main issue is the blue coal directors need to step it up. They promised big signings, then got the UCL, then got get international for sure. And this is my main criticism: is that these guys' execution and their mat isn't good enough. I mean, I can't say their ideas are bad because we've tried for your Ekatikes and your Kuduses and all these big guys, Yildiz, etc., etc. But they can't get these deals done. They can't get it done. Yeah, they don't know when to overpay in the right moments. They do this thing all the time of agreeing personal terms for a player, and then you're wasting 2 flipping weeks trying to buy at the perfect price. And yet again, for the 3rd time consecutively, yeah, you've lost out to a rival who was just willing to pay the money straight away. Yeah, like a lot of times in transfer windows, yeah, it's an art. It's about timing most of all. Get the timing right behind a deal. If you've got the agreement, get that deal done in the next 2 days. Don't do this thing of, okay, you know, Ren, we're going to start with 40 million. Oh, now we're going to up it to 55. We think that we can get them to sell at the price we want. Bro, when there's competition, as we saw with Lavia and Caicedo, that goes out the door. So if you were that desperate for the guy, why have you allowed it to go right to the wire when you were the first ones in the door again, agreeing terms? You could have signed Jackie just like that by saying, here, Ren, here's the 70 million that you want. Let's take our guy. But you didn't do that. And that's my issue with them. Yeah. A lot of times I think maybe people kind of criticize the wrong things. The strategy isn't necessarily bad, but it's the details people don't forget. Garnacho wasn't the number 1 winger in the summer. He was like the 5th choice winger, yeah? If Rodrigo's and Kudus' and Yildiz' and other guys were bought, then Garnacho wouldn't be an option for us, yeah? This is the mistake we've fallen into because we don't execute. This is the main issue with these guys. Their personalities, their negotiation strategies, yeah, their likability, all these things working against us at the moment. But the ideas they have aren't bad. They just don't execute them. You know, yeah, things like that. Nicholas Jackson getting Delap. I mean, what's the real difference in utility between either one? You could have just kept Nico for the season. Yeah. Would you have been worse off? Does Delap... I mean, you'd imagine Nico probably has more goals than Delap already. It's just execution and strategy. This is like the dumb stuff that they do, you know? Unknown agenda. JP can have all the time on the board he wants. He is probably our most technical player. He can be an absolute demon with more time and confidence, for sure. And you know what I want to see eventually, man? I keep crying out for Esteval, Palmer, and Pedro playing together. You know, I keep saying Joao Pedro is in that same family as striker as a Karim Benzema. Yeah? I'm not saying he'll go to that level, but in terms of being a deep lying forward that can bring guys into the game, has tech about him across any zone in the field, you know what this type of striker loves. Do you remember Benzema at Real Madrid's playing in Ronaldo, playing in Vinny Jr., playing in the wingers? This is what I mean by there are still little details that we haven't mastered yet to fully get the best out of the whole team. Yeah? If Joao is doing all this great space maneuvering and pulling guys out of position and doing X, Y, Z, we got to have better runs in behind that take advantage of that. Like, we're not 100% there just yet for the team that we have to be. And then like some of the details stopping us from really going there. But yeah, exactly. I completely agree with you on agenda. I don't really see the point about him not moving the ball at the right time. I don't agree with that at all. T, love your work, Nini. Low-key lost my V car last month and I'm still moving loose. Okay, yeah. Okay. That's it now. You're welcome to the club, my guy. Please, brother, protect yourself up. Don't do no dumb stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean? Make sure you're rubbered up. Make sure you're protected. Don't be moving too mad like that, man. I know what it's like when you kind of do it the first time. The world opens up and you're just like some energetic bunny. But bro, just still use this, yeah? Please, still use this. And don't do nothing if you're not protected. And yeah, also make sure you're respecting these women out there as well. Now that I'm on older, I can tell you youngers, listen, yeah? Make sure you guys are respecting the woman you're trying to do bits with. Please. Make sure, man. Nico would have been there 100% for sure. Yeah, the low crosses from fullbacks are so lethal, and it's nice to just have that option coming back again. Yeah, like bro, the only crosses that we would see would come from the in swingers on the left side and the right side. That can't be the only way you're looking to break teams down. That it's not making sense. Owen, I might sound mad, but I trust the ownership. I think there will be. I mean, let's see. I have this little theory that, you know, that there can be like an internal change within 5 years. I think that's when we'll find out if it's going to be Barley remaining or maybe Todd Bowley comes back in again. But I just feel like, again, if these guys just executed everything, you know, they'd make their lives a lot easier, honestly. A lot easier. To be fair, listen, I'm not upset about us not signing Jackie. I was saying in all those videos, I don't really see the utility when we already have so many options already. I didn't really see it. But my thing is, if you're the board and you're making this public and you're trying to get this done like crazy, you failing looks bad on you. It looks bad on you, no matter how you want to put it, right? That's just the reality to the situation. People getting too comfortable in the chat right now, bro. Like, I'm turning into Uncle Nini real quick right now, man. But obviously, listen, we've all been there before when we were young, right? Like, we've all been there. But exactly, don't be getting no one pregnant. Don't be doing no loose activities. You know, still try and keep your principles about you. And also, you know, it's simple things. Like, listen, for myself, I'm not going to go into detail, oversharing too much. But one thing I can say down to a T, even when I was a younger man, I was never one of those guys that would kind of push girls into doing things. Like, you know, like those persistent characters where they're just like the naggers a little bit, just trying to nag their way into things. Don't be that guy at all, yeah? Please. You'll get done eventually for that. It's the bad way you're doing things and you're not seeing things the right way when you're trying to do your thing, you know what I mean? You can't be nagging your way into beds, you know? No means no. Don't force situations. And yeah, just don't be, you also kind of be a bit cool about it too. Like, don't make it your whole personality just to get your next beat, get the next beat. Like, listen, there's some things I wish I did things like a bit different when I was younger. But if I can give advice to my younger self, bro, I'm giving that same advice to you right now, yeah? Nini, I think we swapped Lavia for Barco. I think, listen, Barco looks like a very Chelsea-coded player to introduce to the team next season. Let's watch out for that one for sure. I think Asugo gets along. And again, I as I said in the summer, I didn't see the utility behind signing Asugo. I just didn't think he was even needed. So don't be surprised if you see him going to Strasbourg next season. The trouble is, not the project, but it's with the BU-mob. It's the application of the project. Exactly, it's the application. A lot of the fans are just like being very myopic in regards to their criticisms, but they're not seeing the full picture because they don't even get me started. Anyway, on agenda. But Maresca have won these Premier League games. I think he wins a few of them, but I don't know. I just think that would he have switched things up like Rosenio's done? We'd be using inverted guys against Wolves today, you know? Like, would he have been as adaptable right now? I don't know. I don't know. Clint, seems like Nini had a good upbringing. Yeah, decent enough. Grandpa Nini with the advice. I was not expecting to see that type of comment, but it's kind of cool that someone can share that too. And obviously I got to watch out for the youngers as well, man. I feel like today's worlds, with how the internet can really just like weaponize young minds and kind of steer them off path, and you know, make them see the worlds in a darker way than it should be seen. I feel like sometimes, man, you need some of that, like that older voices to kind of ground you back to reality. You know, it's easy to get lost in the internet stuff. I look at the youngest today, man. I'm learning about terms like looks maxing and all these types of like internet coded words that just feel, you know, like cold approaching when you're talking to a woman. You know what I mean? Like when I was younger, I wouldn't create a term to just talking to someone I'm seeing in Tesco or in like Westfield or something like that. You know what I mean? But these days it's just like that the culture is just so insular and weird, and I think it's a bit crazy, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying my generation was better. Like, listen, there's a lot of education that you're seeing today that could have done wonders for a lot of guys when I was younger. But at the same time, the internet just kind of, it does something with people's insecurities today's that like I do not like. Yeah, it weaponizes people's insecurities like you would never imagine. And I feel like the biggest victims of this are probably guys in their teens or like early 20s and stuff. You know, it's like you need to kind of touch grass a bit and be grounded and not get absorbed in all that crazy stuff that a lot of these dumb guys fall into doing, you know. Toby, Nini, what do you see our backup players being next season? I mean, that's a loaded question. I mean, obviously I could just say very lazily Kenda and Omega arriving. They'll be the big ones. And whoever else we sign in the summer. I think maybe we probably sign maybe one first team guy. It seems like an attacking player is the option. Could it be Rodrigo, who's announced for the third consecutive season he's not happy and he probably has to bounce? I think Rodrigo could make sense on that left flank is all I'm saying. Joao Pedro, Rodrigo, I mean, you know, it's something to watch out for. Okay, Chalaba. Nini, do you get stopped in public? Yes, like a few times. You know, it's a bit weird though. Not weird, but like, obviously if you're a guy and like another guy's looking at you, you know, you're in this particular zone where it's like, is something going to happen here, you know? So sometimes I'll see a guy who's clocked me and I have two thoughts. My first thought is, does he know me from the channel? But then I think, am I being a bit too like arrogant, just blindly assuming that? So I'm wait. Listen, if you see me in public, yeah, please make the first move, smile at me or something, so I know that you know me. You know, at least just do that. At least, please, just to make everything a bit simpler. Just give me a smile first, man, please. Real dude, guys, never date any woman who's into tarot cards and witchcraft. I think that's a very specific thing you're talking about. And if there's a story you want to share with us, man, alongside that link, then yeah, be my guest. But that's it. Another piece of advice: if he's into tarot cards and witchcraft, yeah, you probably want to avoid that, my guy. Kukorea with the La Masia cutbacks. I'm loving the weight. Yeah, I'm loving the execution from Kukorea, showcasing that he can do it outside as well. On agenda, big up Wise Man Nini. John, welcome to the is it the Uncle Club? Because I heard that Unc means uncle, which surprised me. I thought it was uncle the whole time. Anyway, welcome to the Married Club soon. Congrats, my man. Thank you. Yeah, marriage in September. Crazy, man. Like, in my head, I still feel like I'm young, like mentally at heart. Like, I think that's the thing with guys in my generation. All the guys born in the 90s, it just feels like, I don't know. Like I feel like we got the best balance. Like we got the old school wisdom, but we can also operate in modern times, you know? So you can kind of, like, you can look past all this internet stuff. We're not absorbed by all the online stuff, you know? I think it's just a good balance. Okay. Real dude, have a vision before you ask a woman to follow you. Exactly. Brazilian front three would be insane. That could work. That could work. 7 a.m. That's some Nini wisdom bestowed upon you. Exactly. Do it. Yes, my guy. Use that wisdom wisely. Anyway, Gusto running in behind. Can we make it 4? Enzo looking for the overlap from Cucurella. Takes it inside. He tries to shot, but he doesn't shift it quickly enough. Is that another penalty? Nah, it's not. Joao got... I don't know what happened there. Is this like an accidental type of collision? It seemed like maybe his private parts got a bit of contact then. Oh, he's really just like... Yeah, it's a little naughty, that one, no? Why has he left his leg in like that? Because it's like, who, like... It's not normal to jump up like this, you know? Like, you're taking a hop to claim the ball then. That looks a little bit iffy to me, I have to say. Unknown. Thank you, bro. Yes, thank you, my guy. I'm Fetty, bro, saying make the first move. But bro, it gets like that sometimes, man. You know, like when you locked into like an eye-staring contest for a few seconds. Once it's gone past 2 seconds, I'm like, okay, is this something else now? You know? Let's try and avoid all of that, please. If you've ever seen me, just come up and show love straight away. Wes. Santos. Good game in midfield today. Palmer, oh, what? That was nearly the Cole Palmer pass that I've been waiting for, man. Nini beating up his Uncle United FC. Every gen thinks they are the best gen. I get it. But I'm like, when you're born in the 90s, it's just like, there's just like a bit of balance, you know. I speak to other guys like in the same generation as me, like, you know, like we get a few things. Vinny from Real to Madrid's, I mean, for me, I think Vinny's on like $500,000 a week, which is money that we would, yeah, good luck. That's like what, Palmer and Enzo together? Yeah, good luck. Or not Palmer and Reece James. Ahmed, yo Nini, I've just tuned in. How are we doing? Palmer is really balling. Yes, bro. If you guys need a link to the game, there is a link in the pins comment. But it's been pure domination. Wolves just had the first 10 minutes. We kind of let them come on to us. And after Joao Pedro's penalty wins, bro, it's been us this entire game. And Wolves look like they are destined to go down. I wonder if we try to do a deal where we get Mane and move him to Strasbourg. I wonder. He'll get a lot of attention, this kid. Okay. Trev. Enzo, drop into the left channel. Cucurella has been doing a lot of good overlaps in this game. It's a very strong performance from Cucurella today. Yes, Enzo with a great switch ball. Neto wasn't in the same wavelength as Palmer. That first time ball to Neto was a genius idea from Palmer, I have to say. Mane. Caicedo, be careful. Back outsides. Oh, well defended by Jalaba. Oh, I don't like this giving away free delivery, man. Close it down. Close it down. Don't invite it for no reason. Anyway, Sanchez releases the ball. Palmer's on the ball right now. Neto. Chat, who do you think the first sub is going to be? Like, surely Esteval comes on to replace Neto soon. Surely. We're going to see that. Do you maybe rest Cole Palmer as well? Do you think, you know what, we've got Leeds coming up. We've got other games to think about. Palmer, you got your hat-trick. That's all you need right now. Anyway, good start. Back to Neto. Santos. One of the details I've really liked with our performance too, are you guys noticing how our build-up play really shifts quite a lot? So you've just seen Santos, it was like a 3+1 with Caicedo ahead and Santos splitting the defenders wide. We've seen Robert Sanchez stepping up alongside Fofana and Trevor Chalobah. It's been very fluid in regards to how we're creating these build-up structures to play through Wolves. I think that's been another great thing we've done that's allowed us to like play through these guys time and time again. Oh, Lord. No backlift. I thought that was going out. I mean, what a strike for Mane. What a strike for Mane. I don't want to say Ronaldinho-esque, but, bro, that's a dead ball. Ah, that is unlucky. That is unlucky. But this Mane kid, man, he looks talented, I have to say. Oh, okay. I said 4-1, but that's sloppy, and I think Sanchez has every right to be angry with this defense right now. That is sloppy as hell. Very sloppy. Oh, I mean, that flick on near post, no one's active, no one's reacting to the second ball coming inside. You know, Sanchez wants that clean sheet, man. Sloppy. Joao gets beaten too easy. Yeah, Sanchez has got every right to be pissed with that. Bro, I said 4-1 for a reason. Yeah, it's lazy, not alert. Guys are going to sleep. Trev. Back to Wesley. Look at the build-up structure again. See now, like now, at times, you might see back two, but maybe Enzo drops to the left. Santos drops to the right-hand side. So it's been very, like, fluid build-up structure throughout. And we're finding lots of solutions to play through Wolves, which I really like. So, yeah, that's a good aspect about our game today. Sanchez. Left foot. Oh, nice idea to try and find Joao then. Ball finds Mane. Cucurella's getting back. Oh, he brings it back inside. Takes a shot with the left foot. Oh, terrible ball. Okay, Wes. Caicedo. Trev. Come on, boys. A wake-up call to kind of get the fourth goal now. I don't think we're keeping many clean sheets for the rest of the season. Probably not. Most likely not. And it's mainly coming from our inability now to kind of stop goals coming from dead ball situations and set pieces. I just feel like it's got a little bit weaker recently. I missed the check. Terry Cavallo, Makelele era. Yeah. Had to be there. Liam's going to do something here, I think. Hopefully, Joao gets a goal today, man. I want to see this guy on the score sheet. I'm not liking this one little detail, though. Wolves are getting a lot of joy. Again, in recent games, there's always a spare man down the left-hand side. And they can put in a cross with tons of space. They can find a third man run with tons of space. We're not doing enough to really put enough pressure down that side. Look, backing off. It's too easy. Too easy. Joao Gomez. Play Pedro. That's it, Joao. That's it. Getting tired of this nonsense. I like that. Carrying up the field. Holds the ball, plays it back inside. That's it. Spread it quickly. Find Caicedo. Come on, Joao, make that run to the space there. You could have received from Caicedo then. Anyway, Joao's peeled off to the far side on the left. Trev, Wes. Okay, trying to bait them out again. Oh, it just doesn't have to go all the way back though, boys. Come on, man. Stop playing forward a bit now. Just don't invite silly pressure for no reason. That's good play. Oh, Enzo, you could have rolled it into the feet of Caicedo then, Enzo. Come on, Enzo. The way you tried to receive that pass was completely wrong. I thought it would be a first time layoff to Caicedo and we're playing forward. Oh, come on. Now we're playing stupidly. Now we're making like bad decisions right now. Yeah? All the little details aren't working at the moment. Bad decision making. Like, come on, Kaiser. What kind of stupid pass is that, man? Okay. It feels like a substitution will come on. I bet Joao gets taken off, which annoys me. I want this guy to like at least get a proper strike on goal, man. You know what I mean? All this selfless work winning pens. But who's creating the opportunities for this guy? What is this second half, man? Exactly. Just turn. That's what I'm saying, man. The intensity has dropped for no reason. I don't get it. It's fallen off for no reason at all. Yeah, get the fifth. Get the fourth, man. Oh, Joao. Oh, great job then to keep the ball. Did he win the free kick? Free kick magnet, Joao Pedro. Yeah? Serious football player. Like, even the idea to have that little, like, chop turn. Okay, is that Palmer off? Makes sense. Yes, Cole. Wolves, man. What? If Wolves didn't give away those 2 penalties for no reason, this game could be a little bit different, you know? Like, food for thought. Joao, man, too good. Palmer off. Is it Garnacho coming on? Kevin, hey, Nini, what was your profession before YouTube? I used to work for my dad's business. So that's what I was doing. Then I was at uni. And my dad has like a distribution company. So I was just working there. YouTube was just a hobby. I had no expectations to do this full time. It was just like, I want to talk about football. I'm tired of writing blogs and stuff. Let me just, you know, let me just try this YouTube thing and give it a go. And to be fair with you, I actually put off doing YouTube for a whole year because I was still quite unsure about putting myself online. But yeah, one day, one of my boys, and I rate him for this to this day, he was like, bro, you've been yapping on about this YouTube thing for time. Yeah, I don't want to hear it no more. Like, you're doing it or you're not. And that same week, the next day, I made my first video. And that's how everything started. So, yeah. Now on the back foot against Wolves. Armstrong coming inside. All the way. And they can't keep it in. Anyway, Garnacho then, left side. I guess Enzo Fernandez. I guess it's like more classic 4-3-3, right? So it looks like I'm seeing Joao dropping deep with Enzo Fernandez. Is it like a 3-3-4 type of shape at the moment? Yeah, we've got the strong base. The pivot's very close. The fullbacks are high and wides. Oh, great reverse ball from Joao. From Caicedo then. Superb. Come on, Joao. Get in front of your man. Great. Bro, you know what? I don't even blame Joao for that. I mean, strong play from Mascara, and I think he's getting a little bit tired now from the looks of things. Mascara is still carrying. Enzo Fernandez with a 10-10 slide tackle, man. Perfectly executed. Perfectly executed. Yeah, that was a nice tackle from Moy. Was scary. Ooh, like Wolves are a weird team because like individually there are like a lot of good players that I could see many teams like just like stealing players from. You know, all the Gomez guys they have are decent. Obviously this Mane kid looks good. Mosquera I think could be like a decent player as well. You know, Andre in midfield. I know he's not playing today, but they got interesting players. They do. Enzo. Intermoy. I'm liking some of the combination play between. Oh, please. Is he in front of his man? Unlucky. Unlucky. Don't foul him. Does he win it back? Yes, he does. All right, come on, boys. Come on. That's yours, Wes. But we're playing a little bit better now, you know? We've ridden that type of pressure from Wolves. We're back on the ball again. Like, we're doing what we have to do at the moment. Wait. Did you ever feel like quitting YouTube? Oh, yeah. There's plenty of times. Plenty of times. I mean, even recently, like back around December, I was thinking, like, what am I actually doing, you know? Like, I felt like some of the views have gone down a bit. Like, a lot of things are a bit different now. But yeah, I just had to kind of take some time, work in like overdrive modes, and just kind of think about, you know, if I want to kind of continue doing YouTube, am I going to be successful doing what I'm doing for another like 5 years? You know, does it work like that? Or do I need to come with new ideas, new formats, maybe branch out, expand the business a bit more, maybe do my second channel as well, all those little type of things, you know? Like if I want to continue with this, I need to like push it on even more type of thing. Like back when there was like stronger momentum on the channel, did I necessarily take it with both hands? Probably not. And I think that's always a key thing to do on YouTube. So there's been, you know, again, like when you're working for yourself and stuff like that, man, you know, there's a lot of pressures that you absorb and you got to think about. And I won't give you all the boring stuff, but it's not just all like, you know, sunshine and roses. I even had like a mad thing too last year, which I didn't even say, but like my AdSense earnings really dropped all of a sudden. I don't know what happens, but the value, like the views I was getting, so like the value of money per views I was getting just wasn't the same. Okay, Wes. Oh, great ball. Joao gets in front of his man. He's doing a lot of physical work right now. But the team are looking to find him a bit, so I'm hoping that he gets a chance. Anyway, oh, brought that down really well then. But yeah, man, you know, like I'm lucky. I'm working with a great guy from Nigeria. His name's called Abu. He's been making all the TikToks and the YouTube shorts, putting in some great work. A lot of the edits he's been producing as well. So I've got a lot of plans to kind of expand and also branch out from just discussing Chelsea. Like if you guys have seen any of my videos on Nini FC, like they've been promising, you know, now that I'm trying to find like a proper direction for that second channel. Because I want to talk about, obviously I love the sport, and if I can find ways to keep it going, obviously I'm going to do everything I can, right? Anyway, Moses Caicedo playing some great balls out from the back today. Oh, Gusto! Oh, unlucky. That was a great ball from Gusto then. Oh, Gomez. Oh, footwork. Oh, that was nice. That was nice from Gomez then, I can't lie. Very nice. Back to Gomez. Oh, come on, Gusto. Get a bit tighter. I mean, Kukurea, get a bit tighter to close your man down. Oh. Stretching, but see what I mean? Time and space to put the cross in. It just happens a bit too often now. Now, I understand with Maresca, he was trying to minimize that type of danger, right? You notice a lot of times that Kukurea wasn't tracking back to defend. Kukurea was proactive, stepping up to stop the guys from attacking to begin with. And maybe you can see why Maresca kind of preferred to stop teams a bit more than Bresenio. But at the same time, man, you know, if you want to get goals and create sometimes, you have to give up a bit of control, I think. Like, you can't control everything down to a T and still create numerous opportunities per game. It's just, I don't think that balance works. Go on that short. Come on, go that short. Okay, it's out of play, out of play. If I try getting on podcasts, no, I've not put myself out there. I mean, if people want to work with me, they know how to find me, you know. The views are way better when we win because rival fans are not going to watch you exactly. And that's another thing with me. I've got a very niche Chelsea channel. So if I was like compared to like Mar, for example, I'd say that Mar is like a football personality more than like a Chelsea personality. You know what I mean? Which is like a really good position he's found for himself, you know? Like guys like himself, guys like Liaz, who I really like. I remember meeting Liaz a few years back before he was doing everything he was doing. And I remember just having like a really enjoyable like ball conversation with him. And I was like, this guy, like he gets it. This guy's like a proper football nerd. You know, that the passion, you know, it's those conversations where you're speaking at 100 miles an hour, trying to like fight to get your voice in. You're not having it all the time, you know? And like for those types of channels in particular, obviously having like a wider footballing audience, obviously, you know, it helps. So like, you know, if we lose, for example, because I've got like a niche like Chelsea channel, I know what Chelsea fans are like. You don't want to engage after a loss because it's just like, get it out your head, forget about it, you know? But if your audience is bigger than just Chelsea fans, then obviously rival fans want to hear about you losing, you know? But that's why, listen, I want to keep the niche Chelsea channel, you know, I like what I have. But this is why I think my strategy for this year is to kind of develop my own second channel in Nini FC and talk about more topics and players and stuff like that. And, you know, tap into a wider audience doing different type of content. That's what I prefer. Okay, another ball to deal with. Okay. I don't know why Esteval's not playing just yet. I'm waiting for this guy to come on. I know Drow's going to come off for the lap. That's going to annoy me when it happens. I wanted this guy to score, man. Oh. Again, no one that left hand side. They don't close down crosses for Nish. They don't close them down. You know how many goals we're conceding from our left hand side alone these last few games? All the goals are coming from that side. All the corners, all the dead balls, all the crosses. It's definitely like our weakness at the moment. Okay, we'd love to see all the Chelsea guys link up again. Yeah. You still outperform him in subs. Yeah, but you know, subs on YouTube is just, you know what I mean. It doesn't mean, I mean, I've personally never really thought too much about it. You know, it's what you do to kind of keep them. That's more important. But again, you know, I don't look at others and think, you know, there's no jealousy, there's no malice, there's no this, that. You know, it's very much about, you know, wanting to do my own thing with my own platforms, and that's just that's my mindset at the moment, to be fair with you guys. Ooh, that's a bit of an ambitious one for Joao. You know, we're kind of forcing the passes a bit in behind. Oh, great tackle in the end from Wes. He was stretching to stop that one then. Stretching to stop that one. But it could have been avoided if he just had a bit more wits about us playing out from the back then. I don't know why Gusto did that little back heel for no reason. I don't know why he did that. Come on, Santos. There's very much the inverted thing going on right now. Okay, Garnacho. Enzo loses the ball again. Oh, 2 handballs. Yeah. Now we're just kind of letting things slip a little bit now, man. The intensity is not being maintained in the second half. Yeah, double handball. Yeah. Enjoy what you enjoy, lads. Yep, almost conceded that. Nini, do you think Tottenham could get relegated? I mean, that would be a sight to see. That would be an incredible sight to see. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Tottenham are a weird club. I think they're like, aren't they like in the top 10 for spenders out of all clubs in Europe? That this club knows how to spend money, but that's the execution, the ideas, the managers they're going for. To be fair, I thought Thomas Frank would be doing a bit better, if I'm being honest with you guys. I didn't think he'd be this meaty for Tottenham. Not that I'm complaining, but I just wasn't expecting him to be this meaty with Tottenham this season. But they're not getting relegated. You know, I think Wolves are a certainty. I think Burnley. Of course, Drow's going off, man. Yeah, he gets 2 assists for us. That's sick. A lot of selfless work again, as always. That's what I keep saying as a Chelsea striker, man. You know, you do your stuff for the team, but is the team doing enough for you? Is the team doing enough for him? I don't know. Okay, Delap. Action Pong off for Gusto. Got a bit of a bruise on under his eye right now, so that makes sense. Action Pong. So I thought Saar, I guess he might not get game time. Surely he comes on to get at least 5 minutes or something, right? Oh, okay. Good back header from Chalobah then. Sanchez. Straight to Action Pong. See, Action Pong touch and go. That's what I love about this kid, man. That's what I love about this kid. Just always, I just wait for positive things to come from him. Back to Action Pong. Bro, first touches. And he's just like involved just like that. Wasting no time. Bro, like this club, so I know Jack Hay's good, but you can't be denying Action Pong and saying, listen, we're not going to sell you whatsoever and not give this kid opportunities, man. Like, it doesn't make sense. Santos. I've liked Santos and Caicedo today. There's a lot of performances I've liked at the moment. Back to Trev. Spreads to Cuckoo. Back to Trev again. I think hiring Rossini was the best thing in the world. Yes, it's definitely being a massive plus for us. Big positive right now. Yeah, that's a bit of an odd one from the ref then. Very odd. Bellegarde entering the field. Originally at Strasbourg, this guy. Okay, what's going on here? Gomez has got a bit of a bruise. What are you guys saying in the chat right now as we're waiting for the game to come back again? He speaks English perfectly. I love his press conferences. Listen, all I'm going to say is, listen, it's refreshing to hear someone who speaks the language natively. Obviously, credit to all the other managers, but obviously you can understand that it's hard to maybe perfectly express yourself when it's like your third language or your fourth or your second. So that's not lost to me. So it's nice to get that from Rosenio, especially when he's maybe more of like a, what's the word I'm looking for? More of like a commanding speaker compared to, like, let's say Graham Potter was at the time. I think Garnacho is a Maresca player and doesn't suit us at the moment. I don't think it was even Maresca. I think this was obviously the director's signing. I mean, my thing that I kept saying in the summer too was seeing how we play, man, and with how wide the wingers have to go on the touchline. You know, it is hard also being a Chelsea winger. If Garnacho was at, let's say, Newcastle United, I think he'd have a lot more joy, for example. He'd have a lot more options to run inside the box, take shots off. When does he really get that opportunity here with us? It's not as easy. Sanchez. Oh, do we get that? Delap, because he... Oh... Bro, I think 4-1 might be the prediction. Who's going to get the fourth goal? Like, I was hoping at some point Esteval will be on the field just to kind of bring a bit of excitement. Is he getting rested for Leeds, do you guys think? Is that the idea? Anyway, Drev reads that. Yes, good pass back to Sanchez. Spreads that quickly to Achimpong. Back to Wes. Sanchez involved a lot build-up wise, and like under De Zerbi at Brighton, he really struggled playing this type of role. So it shows like the improvements that Sanchez has made as a goalkeeper, especially like with his distribution. It's definitely gone up a level for himself. Anyway, that is some great football, but the pass to Garnacho is awful. You know, like sometimes if you want to like reward the wingers, that type of service that they're relying upon, you know, it's like the first time. No, it's the second run Garnacho made towards the box. The first one, Joao Pedro couldn't keep the ball. The second time he's making that run, the pass is overhit from Enzo. I mean, these are the details that I remember, and that's why I'm not so critical of the wingers all the time. Yes, I get frustrated. They need to do better. But I think some of the stuff on Garnacho is a bit over the top at the moment, I have to say. Free delivery inside the box. Okay, good bring down. That's better. Yes, in front of his man. Did not make that running behind. Why did you not fucking play the ball in front of him, Neto? Why did you not play the pass in front of him? Did you guys... am I like blind or something? Like... could Neto have not played that ball in behind to Liam Delap? Am I seeing something differently? Yeah, exactly. The service, you know. The service is not consistent enough for the front line. Like, if this is, again, I make this point about Haaland. If Haaland was here, I know some guys on Twitter were saying to me, but Haaland's that good that he does, you know, his runs are that good that, you know, he basically creates the service for free. But I'm like, yeah, cool. But he's still relying on the execution. And if the teammates aren't playing the passes quickly enough, or not spotting the movements, or prefer to play the safer pass instead of playing the pass that they need to make, that's going to affect him, no? If Haaland was playing for us, and he probably has the best movement of any striker in the league, he's not getting the same amount of goals in because of the service that the strikers don't profit from. Like, I'm sorry, like, how the hell is the first instinct not even Delap? I see you, bro. This is for you. Like, this is why I've always thought it's hard for Chelsea strikers, because, like, how can you consistently be confident in front of goal when you're not reliably getting service that your movement is creating for yourself, you know? The Okocha 22, I'm really trying hard to give Garnacho time, but he's not giving me anything to work. I mean, I get it, but it's not like we're really building up too much through him at the moment. Me personally, I'm not seeing anything wrong with Garnacho. I mean, the whole team performance has kind of fallen off a little bit. Okay, good run. That's it. Oh, it bounces off his soles. Enzo spreads that very quickly to Action Point. Action Point, just carry up the field, bro. That's it, man. Get into that half. Neto's coming inside. Just play it back, man. You know you're going to play the pass back. Caicedo spreads it to Cucurella. Garnacho, who's near him? No one. Trev. Pong. Of course. Of course, bro. I thought he was going to lose the ball then, and that's a free counter attack for Wolves. But it's just Action Pong I'm talking about, man. Of course he can bust that skill out. Like, what defenders are doing that? Like, who do you see doing that? But yeah, you know, the performances just got so flat. You know, the attackers are getting nothing at the moment. For me, I'm not angry at Delap. I'm not angry at Garnacho. Just look at the state of the game right now. Delap holds it quite well. That's better. Can he find... That's really good from Liam. Oh, he got the pass wrong. Oh, my lords. You know, if this is like Real Madrid's, this is just like inch perfect execution. You're not going to see a stupid pass taking him straight to the corner kick. And all of a sudden now, we've gone backwards. Liam, who's close to him? Oh, my lord, man. Liam did all the right things, bro. All the right things other than that stupid pass that's overhit. Caicedo. Cucurella. Come on, let's at least get the fourth goal at least, please. I thought we might see 4 or 5. I was overestimating these guys big time. But let's at least get the fourth goal, man. The second half you've given us, like, why? You know, such a flat performance most times. Okay, Neto. Who's arriving in the books? No man's there. Drop inside. Oh. Come on, Cucurella. Second assist. Enzo. Back to Garnacho. Oh my god. That is a useless miss, man. Oh, come on, Neto, bro. Like, it's been a good game from this guy today, but how are you not scoring that, man? You could have, like, you didn't even have to do the most of the diving header nonsense. You could have cushioned it down on your thigh and taken a shot in the same strand. And instead, see, now because of that stupid mistake, you should have played the pass across goal to Garnacho, who was free. He was free inside the box then, yeah? And you take a stupid shot instead. Look at this, you guys. Garnacho, Neto. The ball was to bring it back inside. Anyway, Liam. Oh, that's a decent strike from Liam then. It's hit hard and low. It's bouncing a little bit. It just seemed like, oh yeah, the football's definitely kind of fallen off a bit now as the game's coming to an end. Just like, yeah, just again, all the strangers are on the field now and they're just kind of executing all the final balls poorly at the moment. Oh. Cuckoo. That's how Cuckoo defends. See? Sprints over a short distance, stops the ball going into our half. But there's moments to make this full, man. There are 3 moments there. Yes, Moi. Yeah, of course. He's gonna... Okay. Plays the pass there instead. That's yours, Trev. Good defending. Good defending. See, just kind of pins him down with his arms then. Doesn't have to jump. Hato is playing in midfield, like fully in midfield. Fernandez. Enzo. I know Enzo plays full 90s. I feel like most times it's because there's no other options really to replace him. But I've always felt like sometimes he plays longer than he should. Neto keeps that in very well, I have to say. Neto, come on, show your man. Inside. Where's the overlap? It's behind. Cucurella. Alejandro, can he come inside? Oh, see, I'll say this about Garnacho, yeah? When everyone was doing up FBref stuff in the summer, everyone knew him as the guy who had, like, he was in the 90th percentiles for, like, book centuries. You know what I mean? Book centuries. Garnacho's a guy that has to be kind of receiving in the box to take shots off. That's the profile of player he is. And if you look at his last few games, how often is he touching the ball inside the box? Is that Pedro Lima that I was talking about earlier? I thought he was at Porto. Is that Pedro Lima, the guy that turned us down? That is Pedro Lima. Yeah, Lima's on. But I don't think Delap's a flop, you guys. Come on, man. Come on. It's like he's been injured how much this season? He doesn't play games consecutively. He's coming off the bench. He's getting sub minutes. You don't build your rhythm like that. It's impossible to do it like that, man. He's not 27 or 28. You know, he's 21. It's his second Premier League season. Like, we got to be realistic, boys. Yeah? You got to be realistic. If he had that consistent run of games, you would see him in better form. But he doesn't have that. He was very tired. Villa on the verge of dropping 2 points. Thank God. Let's go. I felt like they're the type of team, like last season where they fell off in the final hurdle. Like they had it in them. And I think that's it. I think full time against Bournemouth is 1-1. So they've drawn the game. Okay, decent. West Ham, okay. Alright, West Ham doing what they can to try and get out of the mess they found themselves in. Caicedo. Wes. Boys, one more attack, please. That's a lot better, but the pass then from Delap is... It's not perfect, man. It's not perfect. Oh, Lima spins him too easy with that. Way too easy. Liam Rosenio pulling a Maresca, not playing our best winger. Yeah, I wonder why Esteval's not starting. I mean, I get the patience and stuff. I guess this season we have to accept the frustration around like how limited Esteval's going to be. But I don't know, man. Like when you're getting teased with games like Esteval against Barcelona and Liverpool and all these games. It's just like, how is he not playing more, man? Resenio, yeah, I don't think Omega is what a lot of us. I don't know how to feel about Omega. He's not like Ekatike, you know. He's not that type of. Yeah, he's got the pace for sure. He's got the movement, but even the finishing and stuff, it's not like, you know what I mean. It's like getting on the end of move type of goals. That's all it is. It's not like he's doing goals outside the box or, you know, shifting the ball really quickly and taking shots early. You know what I mean? He's not doing that type of thing. The lap out in the summer. Yep. Esteval is going to start Tuesday for sure. I mean, hopefully. Hopefully he does. Good defending from Wes. I mean, from Action Pung. Lima. It's free space. One well. Nope. Okay. You're going to back Omega. Let's see. Esteval might be going through some stuff, so let's be patient. You're right, Anthony. That's, you know, as Jan would say, a salient point being made. I mean, again, when you're a fan, sometimes, let's be serious, we do get a bit impatient. We just want to get our bucks worth, right? For all the time we're investing into things. I mean, there's obviously a reason why. So, you know, it is what it is. But like when he's like the most exciting player to watch. I mean, every game, I kind of just like long for Esteval to be starting and doing his thing, basically. Come on, Cuckoo. That's it. That's ours. Just panics with that Cucurella, bro. Just panicking, bro. What was the utility behind that? There was no need to do that, Cuckoo. Come on. Yeah? But it's hard. Again, it's hard to be... Again, people kind of clown Garnacho today. I got nothing to say about Garnacho after this game. It's just them ones where it's like... You know, the game was kind of... It's played at a different type of intensity. You're not getting much service. You know, when you're making the runs, you're not getting found. It's, you know, you're kind of coming onto a dead game. And a lot of times, man, when the subs come on, it can kind of be like that. Anyway, Drev with a great slide tackle then. Great slide tackle. I feel like Jalaba always makes like a top tackle in every game that we play in. Look at that tackle. Perfect from Trev. Enzo on Icarade. In the box. Yeah, send Liam to Strasbourg next season, watch him rip it up. Yep, I'm okay with the second half. There was no need to push. Yep. Delap was playing for a side that was relegated and scored 12 goals coming back from injuries, playing a new system, wearing the number 9 exactly in his second Premier League season. Second, and in his second season, he's dealing with injuries. Yeah, there's no momentum. It's like, hopefully Delap can kind of be useful for us in the big months, right? March, April, May. If he can get 5 goals, hopefully they're 5 goals that help us. But yeah, I'm not gonna scapegoat the guy. You know, I'm not gonna do that. Same thing for Garnacho. Again, you come on today. The game's just got a bit flatter. We're not really playing in the same intensity. We're kind of in like management mode at the moment. It's, yeah. Reason why players like Yamal show their quality is because they are given game time. Hazard the best player, exactly. I mean, yeah, that definitely helps 100%. I mean, Yamal, what a player. You know, I think Barcelona fans are some of the most, don't want to say delusional, but ungrateful type of fans, because they just take for granted the football entertainment they get on a weekly basis. That's the bare minimum that you're going to get as a Barca fan is entertainment and some of the best footballing displays of skill you're going to see throughout Europe. Oh, okay, game over, man. That's it. No 4 goals coming. I thought maybe 4-1. We had the moments to do that. Neto, I'm looking at you. But that's it. Is there one more attack? No, because Enzo's just say, listen, who wants it? Go and run for it, man. Yeah, that's the game's over. I'm just waiting for it to end now. We need, Barca, they previously had Messi and Ronaldinho for sure. I'm proud of the boys today, exactly. 3-1 win. Good bounce back after the game against Arsenal. Hat-trick for Cole Palmer. I think the most important thing with the victory today is this going to be a game that gets Palmer back to his best form that much quicker, that much sooner. I think he was very unlucky to not even get an assist in the game today. Put some great balls in. Very inventive. And I even felt like Palmer was even playing a step ahead of some of his teammates who weren't like quite in sync with him. So I thought it was a very encouraging sign. Chris, too great. Thank you so much for the super chat. Making runs and not getting found has been an issue. That definitely became an issue in the second half. A lot of movements not getting found. So definitely food for thought there. But anyway, boys, girls, everyone else, thank you so much for coming on stream with me today. Good win. And I'm going to start getting to work now, getting this review out. So thank you to all the super chats, all the involvement, all the questions. To the commenter who told me about, the good news in his life right now. I hope you took on my advice. I hope you take it on board and you're writing notes down, bro. But yeah, man, it's been a good day, good win. And yeah, let's bring on Leeds now. That's going to be the big one. I've not forgotten about what they did to us start of the season. We need to come back big for that game. So thank you so much, you guys, and I'll catch you later for the review.